Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the President and Superintendent Major General Jerry W. Grizzle and the staff and faculty of New Mexico Military Institute, welcome to this afternoon's NJCAA Division I football game between the Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College and the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos. Entering onto the field is the 2022-2023 New Mexico Military Institute Corps of Cadets. The Corps is made up of high school and college students from 39 U.S. states and territories and 34 countries. They are led by Cadet Colonel Charles Noel from Boulder Creek, California. First Squadron is led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Charlie Melton Hovland from Jenkins, Missouri. And Second Squadron is led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Evan Aldridge from Lake Havasu, Arizona. The Commandant of Cadets is Colonel Thomas L. Case, U.S. Army retired. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise and remove your hats to honor America during the playing of our national anthem. This afternoon, our anthem will be played by the New Mexico Military Institute Regimental Band, directed by Chief Bruce Patterson and conducted by Cadet First Lieutenant Kammerer. Thank you.
Can you test one?
How about now?
That's better? Good afternoon and welcome to the Wool Bowl for this week's contest between the 6-1 New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, the defending national champions. They will be taking on the Northeastern Oklahoma A&M Golden Norsemen. 2-4 overall and 0-4 in conference. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVP TV.com, October 22nd, 2022. Kelly McDonald, good afternoon, sir. Feels like we just got back into town from last night's game, and we're back at it again.
Yeah, I think it's because we pretty much did. I got in early this morning, and then right back over here to the Wool Bowl. And a lot of good football being played around the state this time of year, of course, but none more exciting than the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, as you said, the defending national champs. And they've got an important game here at home against Northeast Oklahoma A&M, the Golden Norsemen, who are 2-4 overall and 0-4 in the conference. We were talking pregame a little bit about defending that national championship, and the first step absolutely is a win today, and probably a decisive win goes a long way towards that as well.
Yeah, totally agree. You know, we'll just talk. We're about a minute 30 before teams come out. I know you and I didn't get that opportunity to see actually who won the toss. We'll give you that information here momentarily, but I will tell you that the New Mexico Military Institute, as we made reference to, 6-1, the defending national champions, ranked 5th in the nation with 110 points this week. And this is going to be a nice one. It's going to be an exciting one. And don't kid you, the Northeast Oklahoma A&M Golden Norsemen, they are 2-4 and 0-4 in conference. And that's a deceiving 0-4. Understanding is after doing some homework that defensively they do a real good job.
Yeah, I think they're a real solid defensive team. They're going to run the football a ton. Trying to get our sound together here for you.
Yeah, a little adjustment there.
Yeah, a real tough defensive football team. They're really going to test this Bronco offense. The Broncos are going to need to get on the board early and try to dictate the pace of the football game. And if they can do that, I think they're going to be fine. We're having the toss now, so. And I didn't see who won it or who lost it. So
yeah,
we'll just have to see when they roll out to kick, which will be here pretty quick. You're talking about, mentioned the rankings. New Mexico Military, of course, did have a loss a couple of weeks ago at Tyler Junior College. Lost that one by a touchdown. Pretty big upset, as Tyler was unranked at the time. And right now it looks like they are ranked 17th. So they moved up a little bit after the upset of New Mexico Military. But with just the one loss, New Mexico Military drops all the way to number 5. And that is due to the fact that 4 teams ahead of them are undefeated. Number 1 is Hutchinson. Number 2 is Iowa Western, who the Broncos know well. Number 3 is Northwest Mississippi. They're 7-0. First 2 teams are 6-0. And then also 7-0 is number 4, Jones. And the first place votes actually spread out a little bit, with Hutchinson getting 7, Iowa Western 4, and Northwest Mississippi getting 1. And the rankings are actually, the top 5 were unchanged from the previous week.
Well, sounds good. Kelly, it is 15 minutes. They put the 15 minutes on the clock, it looks like. The New Mexico Military Institute Broncos will have the opportunity to take the ball out here. So it looks like Northeast Oklahoma A&M, the Golden Norsemen, won the toss. They will defer to the second half, I'm assuming.
It's usually how it goes.
Most of the time that's how it goes. But, of course, last night we saw where a specific team won the toss and decided to go ahead and,
Well, and I wouldn't be surprised that the Norsemen did that just because they want to play defense. They don't want to. I would rather, if my strength is defense, I want my defense on the field. So, perhaps it could have gone the other way, but.
Yeah, and that's Malik Phillips from Clovis, New Mexico. Just in and out of the hands, goes into the end zone, and Looks like they're going to call that a touchback.
Yeah, we got some feedback issues with the public address. Let's hope they get that taken care of.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Kobe Muasau out for the Broncos, and you should see a balanced attack. They'll hand the ball off quite a bit to Terrence Moore and J.L. Stark and throw the ball out there to Moore, and also look for Trevian Beeman, look for the tight end from Las Cruces, Jordan Mendoza to be in the mix. And like I said earlier, I think the Broncos need to make a statement early in this football game.
Absolutely. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 30 now. Here comes New Mexico Military. Right off the bat, they're going to start out with the pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Andre Hall, the wide receiver from St. Petersburg. Excuse me, a little tongue twister again. St. Petersburg of Florida. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Kelly McDonald, Northeastern Oklahoma, they're out of Miami, Oklahoma, about 2,000 students, and approximately 661 miles away from Roswell, New Mexico. Not a bad drive.
That's a road trip right there.
Definitely a road trip. And here is Muasau dropping back to pass. Finds somebody in the middle. It's going to be incomplete. And Brown is not happy. He thought maybe he was touched and wanting some pass interference on that play.
Yeah, Ryan Brown, he thought he got held up across there. Muasau had to get rid of it before he wanted to, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 here.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 from the 30. Still part of the middle part of the field here. Beautiful day here in Roswell, New Mexico. Right about 75 degrees this afternoon. Light breeze going north-northeast. And here's Muasau. And there's going to be a flag.
Yeah, that's procedure penalty. That's going to make this 3rd down even tougher. So you can see where the Norsemen, or why the Norsemen, I should say, wanted to start off with their defense on the field. They've absolutely shut down the Broncos here so far, the first 3 plays of the game.
Nice crowd here at the Wool Bowl here in Roswell, New Mexico. The Corps Cadets on the southwest side of the stadium here. Here's Muasau dropping back to pass. He's looking to find somebody in the flat, and it's going to be Brown. And just like that, nice tackle by the Norseman. And that's going to be number 40, Jason Smith.
And that's going to bring out Robert Cole, the punter, and that was a dominating defensive possession by the Golden Norsemen. Now let's see how they do offensively, or even with their special teams.
So it looks like we have a Norseman about the 25-yard line waiting to return. And that's Robert Cole. Decent punt. And it's going to be an excellent roll for the New Mexico Military Institute. And that was number 12. It's going to be Demery for the Norseman. Was waiting to return it. Demery from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, and that wound up being, let's see, I think they were at the 15, correct?
That's correct.
That's a big punt.
That's a huge punt for New Mexico Military. So you have
63-yard punt?
63-yard punt. So the Norsemen will take over. 1st and 10 from the 23 now. And we're trying to identify, I believe the starting quarterback for this afternoon for the Norsemen was going to be Cherry, the sophomore quarterback from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. It's going to be handed off. And I think that was real close to being a horse collar.
Yeah, I thought so too. I think that's Najee Ellis. I think that's Ellis from Arlington, Texas, with the nice run on 1st down. And again, these Norsemen are not going to put the ball in the air very much. They're a running team, and that includes the quarterback Cherry, or if they play another quarterback. This is a running football team.
Cherry in shotgun. It's going to hand that off once again. No, it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he will gain positive yardage. Finally brought down about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and Cherry, I believe, is their 3rd leading rusher on the season. So, you know, he's going to get more yards actually rushing the ball than he will passing the ball, and they'll use a variety of players and, you know, different kind of run formations.
All right, it's going to bring a 2nd down and 4. for the Norseman from Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. And that, my friends, is going to be handed off this time to Trayvon Woolfolk. Woolfolk from Kathleen, Georgia, classified as a freshman running back.
And the Broncos have gotten to third down here, but it's third and short at their own 48. So running team short yardage situation here, you can probably predict what they're going to try to do. And we'll see come out with two backs, either side of the quarterback in the pistol.
Three-man, four-man formation defensively for New Mexico Military. Drop back to passes. Cherry under pressure. And Cherry will step out about the 40-yard line, maybe 39-yard line. And you're exactly right, Kelly, that Cherry, not only can he throw, but he can run, and he's probably more effective as a runner than he is a thrower.
Yeah, I think he probably is, and that's definitely the game plan for the Golden Norsemen. They're going to run the ball primarily. Now, I do believe that was a pass play that he decided to take off with, but they're certainly not afraid to do it, and the quarterback, as you can see, is fast and has moves. A little high step in there.
Cherry, the quarterback, in pistol formation, will hand it off.
Real nice run on first down.
Woolfolk was a little disappointed. I think he thought he had that opportunity to.
Could have stayed on his feet. He could have broke that.
Broke that, yes, sir. We had just a gorgeous, gorgeous afternoon here in Roswell.
Still a little warm for me for October.
Yeah, no,
weather,
absolutely, definitely warm. But I'll take 75 degrees for now, as opposed to the traditional 85, 90 October day.
Yeah.
0-0 is the score. Pistol formation again for Cherry.
Oh, nice tackle. Big time tackle there by number 41, and that is Ben Hersom, linebacker from Colorado Springs, as he gets into the backfield and brings the running back down. I didn't see, those numbers are not easy to see.
Yeah, it was number 6, Naji Elise, sophomore from Arlington, Texas. So it's going to bring up a third and about 12, 13 yards. We're going to call it 13 yards. Working probably left hash now. It will be double slot here. Shotgun right.
Low
Cherry.
snap.
Cherry on his way. He's going to take a shot
Got
to
a
the
man.
end zone, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. The Norsemen strike first, and that was a pass from Cherry to Naji Ellis, and the Norsemen strike first.
Yeah, that's just a beautiful ball. I mean, he saw that he had a step there and put the ball down the sidelines on third and long, or I guess it was just second and long there. But, yeah, just a beautiful ball. We talk about them running the ball, and then they throw one 35 yards down the field for a touchdown.
All right. PAT is up, and let's see the indication. That's up and good. Just like that, the Norsemen strike first. We're going to take a break. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com.
In times of uncertainty, one thing seems to be constant. Crime tends to rise. Zenith Security Services, a locally owned company that's invested in our community, reminds you that for less than 5 quarters a day, you can be proactive in protecting your home, family, and assets with a monitored alarm from a top UL-rated company. The hardest calls we receive at Zenith Security are those needing our services after the fact. Call Zenith Security Services at 575-626-3521 to schedule your free security assessment today.
Welcome back to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com. Northeastern Oklahoma A&M from Miami, Oklahoma. The Norsemen strike first. on a 35-yard touchdown pass from Cherry to Ellis. PAT up and good. And I want to make sure we're getting that pronunciation correct.
I believe it's Ellie's.
It's Ellie's. There was a couple people talking about it earlier. It was Ellie's. Ellie's and Ellie's.
Huge hit by Michael Devereaux on special teams there, taking care of Phillips, I believe, or maybe it was Chem Jenkins, but big special teams hit's going to start the Broncos out inside their own 20, and the underdog Norsemen, who really had not had just tons of success, wins and losses this year, coming out here making a statement against the defending national champs.
Moisal, the quarterback. Actually, you know, that is going to be, yeah, it is Moisal.
That's
got a little thicker
nice
there, it looked like.
Nice run by Stark, still battling.
You saw the score last week for the Norsemen. They beat Tyler 5-0 in a final.
5-0, that's a baseball score.
I don't know if I've ever heard a 5-0 score in football until last night.
I guess a safety in the first quarter, a field goal in the fourth quarter, and that was it for the scoring. That's, you know, if you like defense, you like that game.
Quick pass from Moisal, and that's going to be incomplete.
We're looking for Andre Hall out there, and that's the second time he's targeted Hall. Did have number 80, Trevion Beeman, also on that side, but hasn't really looked down the field yet.
2nd and 10 from the 30. The score is 7-0 if you're just now tuning in to KSVPTV.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and watching. Oh, wow, what a hit it was. The ball was handed off to J.L. Stark.
Yeah, and I think that's number 95, is that?
That is correct.
All right,
I have
Dalton Boswell, Gordo, Alabama, and that was a tackle with authority, we'll say.
Well, authority is the right word by all means. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 from the 30-yard line, middle part of the field. It's going to be interesting to see what Moisal does here, if he will hand it off again to J.L. Stark or try to find somebody downfield. Let's see what happens here.
Seems to be a passing situation, but
well,
they
you have
only
trips.
had any success offensively running the ball, and here he goes.
Well, there it is. Moisal tries to find somebody downfield, but has an open lane, decides to take it himself. He will have a 1st down for the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos.
And they're going to go quick here.
Stark will have the ball and will gain 2 yards. It will bring up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and I think Coach DeFalso would like to find a way to get this defense a little off balance, so maybe try that quick to the line, up-tempo style, no huddle. They're, of course, calling in the plays by committee there with the yellow shirts.
Well, the target jerseys, by all means, those are, I would assume, some quarterbacks for New Mexico Military, and actually they are quarterbacks, giving signals, they're giving decoys, and of course Moisal communicating with the sideline that way. And here's Moisal now in shotgun right, dropping back to pass. This Moisal is going to take a shot downfield, and what a catch it was. Wow, Malik Phillips, the wide receiver from Clovis, New Mexico. Excellent throw, but even a better catch.
Yeah, he really laid out for that one, partner, and that's the kind of effort you need to get your team back in the game. And they're going to get them offsides. They snap it.
And they did.
They're offsides. Free play.
Well, and there's going to be an excellent catch. Wow.
Another tremendous catch.
Harrison, tight end from Hoover, Alabama.
Quadarius Harrison, and they'll take the play because that's going to be more than the offsides penalty.
Well, Kelly, tell me about this right here. What an excellent job by Moisal, probably through his peripheral vision. He sees through his left side that he might have a free play, and he did. Excellent job by snapping the ball and drawing the Norseman offsides to get the free play.
Well, right, and then he completes that process by throwing the ball up for one of his receivers. In this case, he chose the big tight end, and another great catch on the sidelines.
Motion it is, and it's going to be Moisal. He's going to hand that off once again to Stark, and Stark will go nowhere. Excellent defense by the Norseman. Jacoby Johnson the freshman from Midwest City, Oklahoma. 2nd and 10 now from the 18. It is Muasau.
Up on that tackle.
And waiting for the play is Muasau now.
The shotgun, and he will hand it off to Stark, and Stark is on his feet and finally brought down inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, going to be a 1st and goal from the 4 there, and they're going to go quick again. And maybe they found something here with this hurry up.
And Stark is going to be close. It looks like he's in. Touchdown, Broncos. Stark from 3 yards out brings up the PAT unit, and Cole will come on the field to kick the PAT.
I think it'll be Cole Holding and Testa kicking the.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Coach. That's exactly right. Cole Holding and Testa. We talked about that last night, but Testa is actually the kicker for New Mexico Military, and apologize on that, and thank you for the correction.
Yeah, he's a good one too.
Testa.
From Italy, right?
From Italy. There's a snap. Nice hold and a nice kick.
Nope.
But they're going to say
wide
it's left.
Yeah.
Indication is left.
So we bragged on him, and
It happens for sure. So, okay, we're going to stay here, talk a little football here. It is going to be a 3-yard touchdown by Stark. The PAT is up and failed as it was wide left by Testa.
yeah, J.L. Stark finally found a little room to run, and most of the success on that drive was through the air, and courtesy of a couple of just tremendous catches by Bronco receivers. The first one downfield by Malik Phillips, and the second one from the big tight end, number 88, Quadarius Harrison. And on the heads-up play by Muasau, who snapped it quick when he saw someone was offsides, took a shot down the field as he should, and made the defense pay the price. I think Coach DeFalsaus found something there, but now it's up to the defense to hold the Norseman and get the ball back.
William Testa set to kick for the defending national champions, the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos. 7-6 if you're now just tuning in to KSVPTV.com. And it looks like it will be out about the 9-yard line.
Yep, that means it'll come back out to the 35, so that's a mistake there. So kind of consecutive mistakes from Testa. And they'll need to get that cleaned up, missing the extra point and then kicking the kickoff out of bounds.
Well, it's not like William Testa to miss a PAT, and he did that this afternoon.
Yeah, he's usually pretty accurate and has the leg to kick from distance, but he's off to kind of a bad start here. I'm sure he'll get it together, and hopefully so oftentimes these games come down to a kick one way or the other.
Quintevin Cherry will be the quarterback. He has his Norseman in empty set. He decides to call his own number, fakes the jet sweep, and decides to go ahead and go upfield, and he will go nowhere. Good defense by New Mexico Military.
And now, is not surprising with the run-first team. They're taking their time. They're huddling up. They want to control the ball, keep their offense on the field.
Three-man front defensively for New Mexico Military. It is Cherry still at quarterback. 10 seconds left on the play clock. And Cherry will hand it off.
Pick up about 6 or 7 on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Well, maybe not that much. Yeah, they're going to spot it there.
Trevin Woolfolk bring it out to about the 42-yard line. It will bring up a 3rd down and 3. Nice crowd here at the Wool Bowl here in Roswell, New Mexico.
Got the 8-man crew for junior college football.
There's Cherry. Faked the handoff and thought about speed option and couldn't get through, decides to take it himself. He is going to be close, but I think he's going to be about a yard short. it's going to bring up about a 4th and 1 situation for the Norsemen.
Yeah, and here it's decision time, and I think that all these people coming on the field means it's going to be a punt.
Well, and this is where New Mexico military will have to be real careful. Long count.
Well, they probably need to be careful
And a sneak.
on the fake as well.
Yep.
This kind of short yardage.
And there it is.
Yeah, they are going to get it.
For progress, I'm telling you, just inches, and he will get the first down.
Yeah.
Looks like there might be an injury in the play. That is number 37, Tyler Martinez from Albuquerque, New Mexico, the outside linebacker.
And they'll rush out on the field. Athletic director actually rushing out on the field.
Well, and it looks like the athletic training unit, there she comes. I don't see the original trainer on there. She might have the afternoon off, but I don't know that for a fact.
Of course, the AD is a former athletic trainer, correct?
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So they will tend to Tyler Martinez. Hopefully that's not too serious. And the Norsemen will have a first down. They're on their own 46-yard line. And the defense was pretty good there for the Broncos. And I think they were prepared for that fake. They just couldn't quite, stop him before he just, and like you said, they only got it by about a foot.
Well, it looks like Tyler Martinez, the outside linebacker from Albuquerque, New Mexico, will go to the sideline as the training unit will take a look. It appears he's okay, but they're going to take precaution anyway and see what's going on. So it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the 46. Cherry, the quarterback, slot right. And there's the 3-man fronts for the New Mexico Military Institute. Make it 4-man. And will be handed off to Trevin Woolfolk.
And he'll pick up about 3. Nice play made there by number 41, Ben Herson. Kind of a undersized linebacker, but
right,
getting the job done there.
Also in the backfield.
And vastly different philosophies here offensively for these two teams. Again, the Norsemen taking their time, pounding the football with the run. And the Broncos having their success with the hurry up, the no huddle. Here's a rare pass, though. No, it's going to be a sack.
Nice sack by Tafau. A foul.
Yeah, that is number 47, Vili Taufa Tafau.
Taufa Tafau.
Taufa Tafau. And just great penetration, able to trip up the quarterback, Cherry, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and very long here. So another chance for the Broncos to get the football back. They'll need a stop here. Now this is a traditional passing down, traditional passing formation as they're got it spread out.
Well, don't be surprised if he takes it himself. Cherry might run it himself. He will.
Just 3 rushers and they're on him.
He is in trouble, and he will throw it downfield, and it is intercepted. And what a job by Charles Henderson, the defensive back from Utah.
Yeah, and that's, there's 2 ways of looking at a play like that. Kind of like a punt, on 3rd and long there. But I think the momentum you get from the turnover and the interception hopefully be beneficial to the Broncos here as they look to retake the lead, or I guess they haven't had the lead yet, have they? Try to take the lead for the first time.
Well, I like that. You were talking about number 47, Vili Tafau. A foul?
Taufa.
Tafau. Okay, that's a new name for me. So he's from New Zealand.
And just a scrum there on 1st down for the Broncos as they try Stark, I believe. Let's see who comes out of the pile, but they're getting to the line quickly again.
Yeah, that one gave me a little tongue twister there. There's a lot of Tafau, Sal. And all right, that one's going to be handed off. Muasal to look like Tyran Casey.
Yeah, I don't think it's Stark out there right now.
Number 27, he is from Louisiana.
For the Broncos, number 27, Tyran Casey on the carry. Cassie good for 4.
3rd and 5 now.
And they run on 3rd and 5. That surprised me a little bit.
Well, it did surprise me for sure, and they will just gain 1. It will bring up a quick 4th down.
And the Bronco players really want to go here, and they're staying on the field. They are inside or close to 5 yards. We'll see if they try and draw the defense across, but this has timeout written all over it. Although there's still 22 seconds. Here comes the punters.
Looks like number 5 is going out. That's Robert Cole.
They're going to have to hurry here.
Well, there's only 12 seconds left on the play clock. Looks like Demry, the freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma, will do the returning for the Norseman.
Kind of a short kick and a bad bounce. Takes a Norseman bounce there, and they're going to have the ball in pretty good field position at their own 42-yard line. Just 48 seconds remain here in quarter number 1. The defending champs, New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, trail 7-6 to Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College. That's a mouthful for you.
Isn't it? Northeastern Oklahoma A&M Norseman football from Miami, Oklahoma. It's
Golden Norseman. I mean, they even have the long
Golden Norseman. Okay.
mascot name.
Well, that's we were talking about the Norseman.
Their logo says NEO, so I'll bet they do a lot of going by NEO.
Now that's going to be handed off. No flag on the play. It looks like that is number 6, Ellis, the Golden Norseman. Kelly, you were saying that Northeastern Oklahoma A&M was established in 1919?
Right, it was the Oklahoma School of Mines. Started off, and they have kind of evolved as colleges do, and been around over 100 years, and now they are Northeast Oklahoma A&M College.
The Golden Norseman.
Much like, New Mexico School of Mines here.
Right.
Right. It's changed to New Mexico Tech.
All right, we're under 20 seconds now on the clock. Here in the first quarter, Cherry, the quarterback for the Golden Norseman, will hand it off.
A nice play made there.
Frederick Watson from Wagoner, Oklahoma.
And I believe that was Jeremiah Terrazas, maybe from Hatch, New Mexico, on the tackle there.
Well, Kelly, let's take a break. That is the end of the quarter. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Welcome back to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. 7-6 is the score. And what a game this has been this afternoon.
It really has. It's been a good one, and we are hoping for it to continue to be a good one here as the Broncos now are looking for a stop here on 3rd down. And we're going to have a whistle before play begins. And they don't like the spot. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Just that millimeter makes a difference.
Well, it can. It definitely can.
Number 7, Quintenevin Cherry, the quarterback from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the quarterback for the Norseman. And that is going to be handed off, and it's going to be close to the first down.
going to depend on the spot. It's going to be short.
Oh, it's going to be real close. It looks like it's going to be about an inch short.
Well, I think they had to get up to the next hash. I think it's about a yard short.
Maybe a yard, okay. That was Trevin Woolfolk.
And so this is the second of these that we've seen so far in the game for the Norsemen. 4th and 1, running team. This isn't as tough for them, but we'll see.
Cherry still in shotgun.
Oh, delay.
And there is going to be a delay. The time expired on the time clock. It will be on the Norseman.
Yeah, so that's going to make it 4th and 6, and here comes the punter. And, if you're a defensive-minded team like Northeastern Oklahoma A&M is, this is a no-brainer. Even in midfield, they're not going to risk this. They've got a lead. It's just a 1-point lead, but we saw their score from last week.
Absolutely.
A 2-point lead is fine for them going all the way to the 4th quarter. So
4th and 6 now. The punting unit on the field for the Golden Norseman.
Just token pressure.
Nice punt.
Oh, makes the first few miss and then can't get away from the next two.
I'll get you a number there. I think that was number 80 if I wasn't mistaken. I thought it was Travion Beeman.
Yeah, I think it was Beeman. And able to make the first couple guys miss, but good punt coverage as you'd expect from a team that tries to play the field position game, play the clock, looking for a low-scoring game. And, the Broncos probably could be categorized as the opposite. They want to keep the pace going. They want to score a lot of points. We'll see if they continue up-tempo here.
Muasau in shotgun. And, wow, the Norseman brought the house, and the Broncos will get nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who the running back is. Is that Brown? That's Amarian Brown. So
yes.
they do kind of use running back by committee, as we've seen this year. They'll use several guys.
2nd and 11 now. Let's see if the Norseman will bring the house again. There's going to be a pass into the flats, and it is going to be caught. And Andre Hall, the wide receiver from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah, and haven't seen much of Andre Hall in the previous games we've done.
Not much.
So this is a little bit different. Again, we haven't seen games for a while, but so many good players on the roster for this team, and that's a good traveling roster for the Norsemen too. We've seen some of the teams that come into the Wool Bowl with not very many players on the bench, but there's a lot over there for Northeast Oklahoma.
Brings up a 3rd and 8 now for New Mexico Military, as Muasau will have a man in motion. And boy, I'm going to tell you something, Kelly, that the Norsemen really defensively are doing a great job.
Oh, they're stout, Coach. They're aggressive. They're big. They're athletic. And Broncos went nowhere on that drive. In fact, went backwards after the sack of Muasau. So that will bring Cole back to punt about 6 yards deep into his own end zone.
You have 2 personal protectors. Oh, and just misses. It is returnable.
Yeah.
And that's going to be number 12.
Yeah, a pretty obvious foul on number
12.
McCurrick
Damry.
That's Braden Luck, listed as a wide receiver playing special teams. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong team. That is Miles Hill.
Miles Hill, yep.
The freshman strong safety from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I think we called the I think that's the same place that Cherry's from. So,
well, what are the odds of them being teammates?
Well,
back in high school, maybe.
I'm not sure how big Broken Arrow, Oklahoma is, but I'm guessing there's not just a whole lot of high schools there. I'm thinking they were teammates. And most of the roster actually is from Oklahoma. As you look here, there are a few from other places, a couple from Texas, a couple from Florida, but and one from Hawaii, I see. But pretty much 95% of the roster is from Oklahoma.
Okay, the Norseman will take over. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. It is going to be Cherry still at quarterback. Quintenovan, Cherry will hand that off.
Pretty good defense there by, looked like Moses Sarway. Is that number 10? Yeah, so that's the Alamogordo native. Making a good play on the quarterback there. Pulled him to a 2-yard gain.
The first quarter really flew by here for JC football.
Well, it did, and that's playing right into the hands of the Norsemen because they want to play a fast game, a low-scoring game, a keep-the-clock-running game, and so far that's what it's been. And another good defensive play as the Broncos spread it out.
Najee Ellis.
Going to bring up 3rd and 7 or 8.
I'm going to call it 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it's 7, but that's all right.
7? Okay, there it is.
I think they're going to have to fix that.
I'm going to agree with you. All right, here it is. Cherry, the quarterback, going to be shotgun once again. It's going to be shotgun right as the running back is to the right of the quarterback. Looking to pass, but has running room. And
he's going to have enough.
Dumps it off into the flat area once again, and that was number 19, Gatewood from Norman, Oklahoma.
They play football there too, right?
A little bit. Every now and then they play.
Yeah, just a good job by Cherry rolling out. He's had a lot of success rolling out and finding receivers down the field on those long yardage situations. So pretty efficient offense for the Norsemen. They don't look like a team with that record to me.
Not at all. Norman, Oklahoma. Nice city.
Don't think I've been.
Okay, there's Cherry dropping back to pass under pressure. And there is a flag on the play and finally brought down about the 47-yard line.
And this has holding written all over it.
Absolutely does.
And penalty that the Broncos, oh no, chop block, so that could be worse. Chop block, I believe, is 15 yards.
They referenced number 72, Elijah Emanuel from Midwest City, Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's a 15-yard penalty, so that's a no-brainer to take that one after the minimal gain. And that's what the Broncos needed to get them off the field here. They'll line up 1st and 25.
Okay, so yeah, 1st and a mile. And that will be handed off, and straight up the middle it is.
And you know you're a running team, and you're dedicated to that when it's 1st and 25, and you just run a power running play between the tackles.
Well, when you have a running back like Trayvon Woolfolk, the freshman from Kathleen, Georgia, well, you know, you can run. But I'm going to tell you something right now. What I'm noticing right here, as you mentioned, you know, the Norsemen, their record, 2-4, 0-4 in conference. I'm telling you, they don't look like they're 0-4. I'm telling you, the front line looking well. They're playing well. Run the ball exceptionally well. I'm pretty impressed with the Golden Norsemen.
And we got another procedure penalty on the Norsemen. That's 2 in the game. So they are kind of determined not to get a first down here, doing about everything they can. It's a second penalty on this set of downs. It's going to bring up 2nd about 23.
Oh, yeah.
So it takes away a bunch of that good gain on 1st down.
Well, they are an empty set. The Golden Norsemen are an empty set. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised, Coach, that there's going to be a run. Nope. There's going to be another interception by the New Mexico Military Institute. Number 31,
Horatio Moranta.
From Mission, Texas.
Nicely done. As he just was tracking that one all the way, got up, made sure he collected it. Once it goes to the ground, he's down, and it's a turnover for the Broncos.
Well, that's real big for the defense.
Yeah, they needed that. And now we'll see what Coach DeFalsau has up his sleeve offensively as the officials try to get them back out there a little quicker. Maybe they're used to those nationally televised games where they got a lot more time.
You know, I think maybe you and I are used to that national televised game as well. Quite fun. Will be 1st and 10 from the 39. It is going to be Muasau. Will be handed off to GL Stark.
And that's a good gain on 1st down. Now let's see where they go here. They line up quick. Looks like they're going to try to. Play's already being signaled in.
Yep, it's a hurry-up offense.
They're ready to go.
Kobe
Muasau doesn't know the play. So they called it in too quickly for Muasau. Everyone else seemed to be ready. And now he's ready. Plenty of time in the play clock, but kind of defeats the purpose of the. Oh, he's got a wide open.
Taking a shot, and wow. Muasau.
Phillips was the only one on the playground on that side, and they just could not keep the ball in the field of play.
Overthrew it, and
wow.
Well, that was just an easy 6 for number 6, Malik Phillips. Wow.
You know, there are missed opportunities and there are missed opportunities, and that one, that one will keep you up at night.
Yeah, that absolutely will, and especially when you're down by 1 point in this very, very important game.
Yes, absolutely. If you still have, you know, visions of defending your national title, got to have this one. And now, nearly a turnover. It's going to be an positive play.
Yeah, that's number 26. That's a GL Stark once again.
That ball was bouncing around like a pinball.
Well, yeah, you know, it was a fumble recovered by Stark and got positive yardage. Now it's going to bring up a 4th and 3, and Robert Cole, the punter from Coral Springs, Florida, is out on the field. Let's see if indeed they'll punt.
I think they will. I think this is going to be.
Well, especially with the defense of the Norsemen, I would definitely punt. Beautiful punt, nice hang time, and it is going to be a fair catch.
Yeah, good job on that decision to fair catch that one. McCurrick Demery. McCurrick. Never fails. Always see names that we've never seen, and that's the first one for me, McCurrick.
You know, talking about the New Mexico Military Institute, Coach McDonald, Kirk DeFalsau was named the interim head football coach for the Broncos prior to the 2021 season. The interim tag was lifted November 20th after capturing the Southwest Junior College Football Conference Championship with a 45-10 win. That marked the New Mexico Military Institute's first SWJCFC championship in program history. Oh, that's
Cherry.
Horseman off to the races. It's going to be Cherry, and Cherry is going to be finally knocked out of bounds.
Well, just stepped out of bounds. I mean, he nearly took that play, which was just kind of a simple, you know, option play there. I think he really wanted to pitch it, and then when he didn't, he just decided to make the most of it. And if he doesn't step out of bounds there at the 36, takes that one to the house.
He's
a little gassed here.
Yeah, off to the races, and he'll turn on the Jets on that one, huh?
Yep. 1 cut, 2 cut, turn on the Jets. All right, here we go.
Oh, man. 1st and 10 now. Quintana Vincherry, the quarterback, is going to decide to.
That's a busted play there.
Yeah, and he was going south, going north, and going back south, and I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, they had his two running backs both wanting the ball, and they kind of met together with the ball. They're lucky. That could have been worse. Instead of a 1-yard gain, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll give you some more information here for you that are just tuning in to KSVPTV.com. On the NJCA network, we'll give you some more information on head coach Kirk Tafalisau and his history with the Broncos.
Yeah, it's a great story.
It's a fantastic story. 2nd and 9 now for Cherry. And he will hand it off, and the Golden Norseman will go nowhere.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now this could be 4-down territory. If they don't pick up the 1st down here, they're kind of in that area of the field where it's too close to punt and too far for a field goal. So we'll see. Don't know what kind of kicker they have.
Beautiful weather here.
Big 3rd down here.
Yeah, 3rd and 8. You have trips to the bottom here of your screen.
He's going to roll this way. No, he hands it off.
Hand it off. And an excellent run.
Yeah, nice play call and execution there by the big boys up front for the Golden Norsemen, and they're going to have the 1st down inside the 15. And a little bit stunned maybe are these New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, the defending champs.
A lot of football to be played. I think you're right. I think they're a little bit stunned, but we're here in the 2nd quarter with 4 minutes and 10 seconds. There's a speed option possibly, and finally tripped up.
Yeah, that's Horatio Moranta again, who had the interception on the last possession.
From behind, loss of 1 on the play brings up a 2nd down.
Good to see Moranta from Mission, Texas, having a nice game defensively.
Well, the Northeastern Oklahoma A&M Golden Norsemen are inside the 15-yard line.
Our mascots, our little ponies in the stands. Hello, little ponies. Say hello to the fans. There you go.
A little Wildcat action here.
Well,
it's not
it
Cherry.
is. No, it's not Cherry, and that was number 12, I believe. That's Damry.
Yeah, that's pretty much straight up Wildcat there. I don't know if they're working on Cherry. There is a player over there kneeling down. I think it's Cherry. Hard to tell the numbers from all the way across the field, and once again, I left my opera glasses at home.
3rd down and 1 as the Norsemen are inside the 5-yard line. There has been a quarterback change.
Oh, nice.
It is number 12, McCurrick Damry, the freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And Taufetofau with another nice defensive play. And we've called his name.
Taufetofau.
Hey, Bronco fans. How about we make some noise for that defense?
Taufetofau.
Now they are going to go for the kick to try to take the 4-point lead.
Well, this is big here.
Just a 23-yarder. About extra point range.
There's a snap, and the field goal is up and good. 10-0 in favor of the Norsemen. We're going to be right back. You are watching the NJCA Network on KSVPTV.com.
Big O Tires proudly sells our own brand of affordable tires. Our Bigfoot AT2 offers improved all-terrain traction. Our Legacy All-Season Plus keeps you on the road in any weather. And each set comes standard with the industry's greatest warranty. Now through October 30th, save $100 instantly on select sets of 4 Big O brand tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for details.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Welcome back to the NJC Network on KSVPTV.com. The Golden Norsemen currently lead the New Mexico Military Institute 10-6.
And that was a nice kick, wound up being a nice kick. I thought it was going to go out of bounds, and I think the receiving team did too. Instead, it checks up, and that allows the Norsemen to pin the Broncos at the 15. So worked out good. And the Broncos need to respond here. Down 4 with, is that just 1:55 remaining?
That's exactly what I'm looking at. 1:55 remaining in this first half.
Another Bronco first down.
So you got 2 goals here. Obviously you want to go down and score if you have time to, but you don't want to give Northeast Oklahoma a great field position there, and they're going to run the football.
Well, Coach McDonald, aren't you pretty impressed with the defense of the Golden Norsemen?
Oh, absolutely. How could you not be? I mean, this is a prolific offense that the Broncos have. And to come in on the road and have this kind of success, and Musau, lucky that one wasn't picked off. I mean, it was caught by the defense, but
yeah, Nathaniel Roberts.
Musau just kind of launching that one.
Well, he was
not a receiver in sight.
Well, he's probably looking for Malik Phillips.
Third down and 5.
They're trying to get hurry-up offense, and it looks like there's some hesitation there with basically the communication with Musau and the sideline. It is homecoming here.
Tough 3rd and 5. He's got his man, though.
Oh, wow.
And that's the big tight end.
Darius Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison, who made the great catch on the sidelines earlier. And they're going to have to take a player off the field because his helmet came off. So they'll have to make that adjustment and allow that substitution. Oh, but I missed the penalty. I missed the penalty, so the long first down will not count. And it'll bring up 3rd and
about 10. No, a lot. 3rd and about another half a mile.
Well, the 10-yard penalty, they're going to say it was occurred past the 20. They must, otherwise they would have gone half the distance. So it is going to bring up 3rd and 15. Okay. That makes it a lot tougher.
All right, you got trips motion now, and here's Musau. With some running room, going to take it himself, and I think that was legit. I think there was nothing intended.
No, that's very close to the sideline, and that will be nowhere near enough for the first down. So, well, I guess he managed to get about 10 out of that.
Yeah, so. It was 10 yards. 4th and 10 now, and Cole Roberts will kick from the 5-yard line of the Norsemen.
Yeah, that's a pretty good punt. Oh, and he bobbled it for a second, and he'll actually go backwards. It's a good coverage there by the Broncos, and the Norsemen will start at their own 40 with just over a minute left. So it'll be up to this Bronco defense to stop the Norsemen and hope that the lead going into the half is only 4 for the visiting team.
First half has really flown by.
Yeah, for a junior college game, it has gone by very quickly. We had a 2 o'clock start time, and it's going to be right at an hour, so that's pretty quick. Spread offense, and
Yep.
it is not Cherry. I think Cherry must be hurt.
Well, it must be because
And that is,
that's number 13.
we don't have number 13, do we?
There's not a number 13.
So apologies. The information we have does not list a number 13. I actually have an alternate roster here. Let's see if we can find that.
That's going to be good for a first and 10.
And we'll get clarification if you know 13
Well,
right there.
Will King.
Will King
So
on your alternate roster. It appears that's Will King, the quarterback. And, great defense by the Broncos. And number 47, guess who that is?
I think it's
Taufa'atufau.
Taufa'atufau, yeah. So we keep calling his name, showing the speed and chasing down the quarterback there for a sack. That's going to go down to sack. He's looking downfield, and good defense by the secondary as well as they had the receivers covered up.
Well, I think more than anything, I think you're pretty impressed that I said Taufa'atufau, Sal.
Well, I was until you tried it again.
No, I'm just giving you heck on that. Taufa'atufau.
Taufa'atufau. Mount Roskill, New Zealand. Long way from home.
Just a couple miles.
And he's had a half of football here defensively for the Broncos. We keep calling his name. And now 47 seconds remain here in the first half. Second and long for the Golden Norsemen. Broncos looking for 2 more defensive plays here.
Indeed, 2nd and 11. And it appears the quarterback is King.
All right, what was his first name?
I believe that was Will King, if I'm not
Will
mistaken.
King, yes. Again, they're going to roll the clock on that. I can say he's down before he got out of bounds, I believe.
Yeah, that was Kendall Dolby.
And they have to use another timeout. So 41 and a half seconds remain. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 5.
Yep.
And this is an important down in this football game as the Broncos look to be going into the locker room down just 4 and hope to make their adjustments at the half and come out and execute.
Well, that's the beauty of this ball game. You play 4 quarters, you're down 4 points, and that's 4 big points, and this is a must-win for the Broncos in order to advance. They're ranked 5th in the nation currently, and, with the win here, with some help with a couple other schools, they want to defend the national championship. So it's a must-win for the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos.
It really is, because you can't two losses probably takes you out of the running, whether you're New Mexico Military or anybody else.
Of course.
And, you definitely want to defend that title and not just give it away. So I'm sure Coach Taufa'atufau will have his adjustments made, and we'll see how they do in the second half. But the first step in that is making this stop here on 3rd and 5.
Will King, the quarterback for Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. Had to have been an injury. We'll get clarification on that here. There's the pass up the middle, and it's caught by Trayvon Woolfolk with 36.7 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and that was a nice ball, and he bobbled it for a while. And the clock is rolling here. They're going to have to get to the line quickly because I think they're out of timeouts.
Well, let's see. It's going to be 1st and 9. Let's see if they spike the ball. And that's exactly. Oh, there's a fumble.
And now they're going to say a timeout before the play. So they did have a timeout left, and they use it. And I'll tell you what, they're fortunate there that they granted them the timeout because the snap was fumbled. I do believe that Northeast Oklahoma got on it.
Yep.
But that would have wasted their timeout and wasted it down. So fortunate there. They did move the down marker to second down, but I don't believe that's the case. I think they're going to say the timeout was called before, although the scoreboard and the down indicator on the field both show second down. They're discussing it.
And we'll get that information here in just a moment.
Well, and I think they moved the ball back as well. So I believe it was at about the 9, wasn't it?
It was awfully close. Yeah, so we're going to call it a second down and 10.
So if you're the Golden Norseman, you're thinking at least a field goal here, but the problem with that is now you have no timeouts to stop the clock. So I think you take your shots into the end zone. That way, if you don't get them, you still have a chance at 3 and to take it out to a 7-point lead.
Well, there's King, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. Dropping back to pass, will roll out to the right and throws into the end zone and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a good effort by the wide receiver who started to go get the ball and then decided against it, but great defense out there on the corner, and that's number 21, Buju. Almuau to Savada.
13.6 remaining in this first half. It is a third down and 10.
Yeah, this just has to be a pass. I mean, it has to be a pass.
Well, you would think so.
And it has to be a pass in the end zone because, you know, if you don't score.
Unless it's an incomplete pass.
Well, yeah.
Under pressure, and there is King. He will run it himself, and he is in for a touchdown. So touchdown, the Golden Norseman.
Wow. I thought they had him stopped, and then they weren't going to be able to get to the line and get the next play off. Boy, that is a huge turn of events there in this football game because, boy, I thought they had him at about the 2 or the 3, but he is able to escape and punch it on in. Boy, if they can get him down there, that probably ends the half.
Well, what athleticism Will King showed.
So trying to make it 17-6 here, extending the lead to 11.
The PAT is up and good, and it is 17-6 with 4.4 seconds remaining in this first half.
So, partner, the Broncos have been punched in the mouth, and we'll see how they respond.
Well, that's the real question. That's going to be interesting to see. I'm almost certain that head coach Kirk Tafawasa will go in and communicate and try to make some adjustments, as you referenced earlier. It is the Broncos are shocked currently, and they don't know what hit them.
Well, and, you know, some of these players were here last year for the national championship run. They've played in tough games before. You know, they just have the one loss this year. They've been in these kind of situations, but it's always how you react in the moment. And, you know, the old saying, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth, and then, you know, we'll see how it goes from there.
Absolutely have to rebound, and once you get punched, get up, and let's see what you can do. It's going to be 17-6 in favor of Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, the Golden Norseman from Miami, Oklahoma. There's a couple of popular names from that area.
From
Miami, Oklahoma.
Miami, Oklahoma.
Okay, that's going to be returnable. And that's going to be Andre Hall, and that's going to end the half. Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, the Golden Norsemen, lead at 17-6. We're going to take a break. You're watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Fergie's Plumbing and Heating now has financing available through One Main Financial. Let Fergie's keep your house warm all winter long. Call 622-2260 today. And when you get a new HVAC unit from Fergie's, you get a $50 Cattle Baron gift card on them. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, 622-2260.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday, to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Have you ever thought, Mom and Dad are beginning to need more help, but with a busy job and raising a family, you just don't have the extra time? Personal Care by Design is just what you're looking for. We can be there when you can't, from 1 hour a day to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of our caregivers are carefully screened, and we are the only personal care service that is overseen by a registered nurse. Competitive rates, great people, and experience is what sets us apart. So when you need extra help at home with your loved one, you can count on Personal Care by Design. Personal, private, and protected. Call us at 575-625-9471 for your personal care needs and receive a free nursing evaluation. That number again is 575-625-9471.
And your winners are, will be announced tonight at the homecoming dance. How about a big round of applause for your court? We honor the winners tonight for the dance. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are glad you are here to share in our homecoming halftime performance. For your enjoyment, the band has prepared a selection of pep band favorites. Our first selection is from the 20th Century Fox movie, Drumline. This exciting song comes complete with a drumline solo. Please welcome the New Mexico Military Institute Band as they perform Shout It Out. Please sit back and enjoy the NMMI band's performance of The Horse. with the same name, the Magnificent Seven is a pet band favorite that creates visions of the Old West, complete with gunslingers and bank robbers. The band will now perform the Magnificent Seven. Everybody knows it, everybody loves it. Written and performed by Gary Glitter, the band will now perform the Hay Song.
Welcome back to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com. Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, the Golden Norseman, currently leading the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos 17-6 in an exciting first half. Kelly McDonald, would you do the honor, sir, to give us some statistics?
Sure, just the scoring in the first half. In the first quarter, it was Quintevin Cherry passing to Najee Ellis on the 42-yard touchdown. Extra point was good. And the Broncos struck right back in the first. 4 minutes later, J.L. Stark carried for the touchdown, and the extra point was no good by William Testa. And second quarter scoring, it was Northeast Oklahoma A&M with the 23-yard field goal, and then followed that up with the scramble for the touchdown with just 4 seconds remaining in the first half by Will Cherry, which we found out a little later on. It's
King.
Not on these. King, not Cherry. King replaced Cherry, so thank you, partner. And that is the scoring summary. And that is your score, 17-6. And really just a first half football dominated by Northeast Oklahoma. They had 10 first downs to the Broncos 5. 6 of those came rushing, 3 passing, and 1 off of penalty. They rushed the ball 29 times for 181 yards, and that was more than double the running production of the Broncos. The Broncos only able to get 104 total yards on 25 plays for only 4 yards a play, as opposed to the Norsemen, 36 plays for 246 yards. So dominating on offense, but it was really the defense that was the story for Northeast Oklahoma A&M. They were dominant on that side of the ball, holding J.L. Stark to 41 yards on 8 carries. Kobe Muasau, 17 yards on 4 carries. And Tyron Cassie, just 5 yards on 3 carries. A total of only 62 yards on the ground. Muasau completing only 4 of 9 attempts for 25 yards. He was sacked 1 time. Two of those passes going to Malik Phillips, one spectacular fashion. Another pass to Quadarius Harrison and another to Andre Hall. For Northeast Oklahoma, it was Cherry with 60 yards on the ground. I got to get used to this statistical setup here. Followed by Woolfolk with 49 yards on 9 attempts and a few other carries there, but again, a total of 159 yards on the ground for Northeast Oklahoma. Cherry did attempt 4 passes, completing them both, but he also had 2 interceptions. So he's thrown 2 to his team and 2 to our team. One of those did go for the 42-yard touchdown. He was sacked once. And then King came in the game, and he completed 2 out of 3 for 37 yards. But the story with King was, of course, the scramble for the touchdown there at the end of the half. So that's pretty much the stats. And what do you think, partner? What do you look for here in the second half?
Well, I think, if anything, head coach Kirk DeFalisal went into the locker room at halftime, discussed some strategy with his team. I think, down 17-6, I think one of the things that he's telling his team is the importance of this contest is, don't stress about it. Go play your game. Get up there, do the little things correctly. And I think defensively, we're going to be, the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos are going to be just fine. Just a matter of just trying to stay in contention, stay within their game, and hopefully get the result that they want here in about 2 quarters.
Well, we talked about this defense for Northeast Oklahoma A&M, and we talked about their last game in which they got a safety early in the game, and then there was no scoring until the 4th quarter where they added a field goal and won the game 5-0. You look up at the scoreboard and you see an 11-point lead and think that's not much, but with a team with a defense this capable and the way they're playing today, 11-point lead seems kind of big right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll tell you right now, we were talking earlier, you know, the Northeast Oklahoma A&M Golden Norseman doesn't look like they're 2-4, and it sure doesn't look like they're 0-4 in conference. They're really playing up to their potential right now, and, you know, the way they're playing, they could, you know, end up spoiling, you know, a playoff berth for the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos.
They certainly could. And, you know, we talked about this being a must-win game for the Broncos if they have any chance of defending their national title. There is going to be a bowl game here. The Wool Bowl is back. You know, not the stadium, but the bowl game.
Right.
To be played, obviously, here in the Wool Bowl. And I would assume that if the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos are not in contention for that national championship defense, then they would be invited to the Wool Bowl to take on a team from elsewhere, probably a team that they don't normally play would get an invite for that, but they don't want to play in the Wool Bowl.
Well, of course not. You know, they, you know, after playing for a national championship and winning the national championship, they have that right to defend it, but right now they have a lot of work to do to get to that level, to that next level. So.
All right, so we still have a few minutes here before we're ready for second half action. The officials are coming out and getting ready, and the teams are going through their final halftime stretches and adjustments. And like you said, I think Coach DeFalco, this is not his first rodeo. You know, he's been in these situations before, and he's going to have his team ready. I really look for them to maybe throw the ball a little more, and I look for them to use that hurry up, no huddle, you know, that they had their success with on the one touchdown drive that they had in the first half. But it's going to be tough. I think that's the way you attack this Norseman defense is through the air, because they are so stout against the run. And Muasau is, you know, he's capable of getting it done through the air.
Absolutely. And, you know, one of the concerns that I see defensively, at least for the New Mexico Military Institute, you know, they did end up taking out possibly number 7, Cherry, the original quarterback. I don't know if he was injured or if he just left the game and decided to go with King. I'm not sure the status of that, so we'll find out what happened. But I really think that Will King definitely in the second quarter came out. Not only could he run, but he did pass the ball well. I think that was the turnaround of this ball game.
Well, it was, and like you said, it's not that Cherry was playing badly at all, but King did come in, and he did very well. You know, one thing that keeps coming back for me is when Muasau had Malik Phillips all by himself down the sideline on the busted coverage. All he had to do was throw it to him, have him catch it, and he basically jogs into the end zone, and he throws it out of bounds. I mean, that's their. If they wind up losing this game, boy, that's going to be one that haunts them.
It's definitely big. Well, it looks like there's 15 minutes on the clock now, so it looks like the Golden Norseman will take the field along with the Broncos. So the Norsemen did win the toss. They kicked off in the first half. They defer to the second. They will be receiving. And kicking for New Mexico Military will be no other than William Testa. And there's the kick, and we begin the third quarter. And the Norsemen will take over at the 35.
Yeah, see Testa in that big leg of his. As he kicks that first bounce about halfway through the back of the end zone. So it's going to start with the Bronco defense. Are they going to be able to get the Norsemen off the field and then see what they can do about attacking that stout Northeastern Oklahoma defense themselves?
Will King will be the quarterback here in the second half. And, you know, originally we thought it might have been maybe some Wildcat action, but the gist of it is Cherry is out of the game and King is the quarterback.
Well, they did go to the Wildcat initially, you know, right after what we assume is the injury to Cherry. And they just took too long there, and it's going to be a procedure penalty number 3 on the day for the Norsemen. But, yeah, once Will King came into the game, He really just kind of took over. And we'll see how he does here. He's going to start with a 1st and 15. So,
yeah, 1st and 15. I'm just looking at the defense here, and I kind of paused there for just a second. It looks like the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos going to continue with the 3-man front defensively. Got a defensive end there, so actually going to go with the 4-man, and looks like they're kind of in a semi cover 3 look. Wow.
That is hard running right there.
Excellent run.
20 yards. Or,
yeah.
No, that's 25 yards because it was 1st and 15. So
Trevon Woolfolk
just kept going. Contacted at the line of scrimmage and just unable to get him down. And Woolfolk with probably the best run of the day for him.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 45. King, the quarterback. We got a pro set here for the Norseman. And why not give it back to Woolfolk?
Yeah, not quite as successful this time as he's going to pick up 4 now. We have an injury and one of the Norsemen holding his leg there. Now comes the trainer.
Yeah, it looked like the right leg of
one of the linemen, huh?
Yeah, couldn't get a number. It's really kind of hard to tell.
So they attend to him and some defensive adjustments now for Coach Tafalsau.
Well, while the training unit looks at one of the linemen, we'll talk about the 2022 Bronco football schedule after tonight. Another big game for New Mexico Military Institute. Next Saturday, the Broncos will travel to Trinity Valley Community College. And that game will take place at 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And that is something that is going to be big for the New Mexico Military Institute, as Trinity Valley ranked 8th in the nation. So
another must-win situation.
Yeah, it's another must-win.
Yeah.
So New Mexico Military wins today, and if they can win on the road at Trinity Valley,
they give themselves a chance.
They give themselves an opportunity to defend the national championship.
So it was number 72, Elijah Manuel, sophomore offensive tackle from Midwest City, Oklahoma. He did leave the field on his own power.
Well, that's good to see.
And we're ready for action here, 2nd and about 6.
All right, King, the quarterback, 2nd and 6 from the 49. You got a double slot. Let's see if there's motion. There's not. They're going to be handed off. And good defense by the Broncos.
Yeah, no gain, as the Broncos will get the Norsemen into a 3rd down situation here. It'll be 3rd and certainly manageable, 3rd and 6. But they need a stop here as they are 2 scores behind.
Beautiful, beautiful day here in Roswell.
Yeah,
kind
nice,
of cooled off a little bit.
Nice
it's
breeze and
real
cloudy
nice.
And almost seems like fall.
70 degrees here.
Yeah, it's a little cooler than it was supposed to. It was
game time
predicted
was,
to be, yeah.
78 or something like that. So.
Oh, and this is going to wind up being good.
Oh, wow. I saw the initial hit there by Favi.
Well, just exactly what the Broncos needed. Now they're going to get the ball back, barring something strange happening on the 3rd and about 7 or 8. And they only given him a 1-yard loss on that play?
Yeah, it looked like more than that.
Boy,
but
it certainly did. Either way, they're going to punt, which is absolutely the right decision with the lead over the favorite opponent on the road.
Yeah.
And not a very good punt.
Well,
it's going to wind up okay. I don't know why you take it out of the air there when it's bouncing your direction, but they are going to down it about the 19 or the 20.
Yeah, look more like the 19, but why not let it roll?
Yeah.
But I just
it's not going to bounce back at that stage.
I thought the same thing, but it is what it is. It's 1st and 10, New Mexico Military Institute Broncos. It's a must-win for New Mexico Military as they trail currently 17-6.
There's that breeze you were bragging on there, partner.
There's the breeze, and there's my papers flying all over the place. But thanks to Roy here, that's going to
producer.
Yeah, our producer. He's going to save the day here. All right, there's Muasau. Muasau going to pull it back, and we'll have positive yardage. We'll be brought down about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, 5 or 6 on that carry, and just really made something out of nothing on that run. There was a little bit there initially, but he really got the most out of that little quarterback keeper and gets him to 2nd and 5.
Yep, we're going to go from the 24-yard line now, and Muasau going to put a man in motion.
And they've gone back to Stark, and Stark might lose a yard there.
Well, Kelly, I'm a little bit surprised right now. Really, and again, I'm not questioning Coach Tafalasau's coaching ability at all. I'm not doing that at all, just to make sure. But my opinion, I was real surprised that they haven't gone in the air yet.
Yeah, because they've had a little success, especially in the mid-range, type passes over the middle. They've done pretty well with that. Of course, they did have the receiver open on the busted play that we talked about, but I think there's something to be made through the air for Muasau.
Well, there it is, trying to, but Muasau going to go ahead and take it himself, and he will have the first down, and pretty good tackle. I don't know if that was number 4.
4 or number 3 there.
Or 3, that's what I saw. I don't know if it was Kendall Dolby or Kedrick McClendon Jr. Could have been a combination. Of course, we had a little bit of a blind side here. There's going to be the handoff again.
Oh, good cut by Stark.
Stark. Whoa, wow. Kind of looked like King there in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, appeared to be handled and then somehow breaks through the tackle, and he'll have another first down. And Broncos moving the ball here.
Trips to the top now. Split out to the left here, and Muasau, the quarterback, dropping back to pass. Goes up the middle, and the pass was intended for Andre Hall.
Yeah, boy, he's had a lot of targets today. You've had receivers that have been pretty successful for you this season. You got Trevion Beeman, you've got Terrence Moore, you've got
Andre Hall, one of them.
Right. But they've really just been focusing on Hall. Malik Phillips,
I was also looking down on the sideline, too. I know it's trips down to the top there, or up to the top, then split out to the left here. Muasau trying to have a quick pass over to Malik Phillips, and it looks like
they're going to say it's a catch.
It's a catch. I was looking at the sideline to find out. You're talking about some of these outstanding receivers. I was looking for number 13, Dominic Nava. I know the last time you and I did the broadcast for New Mexico Military, he was injured, and he might be back on. I'm not real sure or not.
Yeah, he's in uniform and has his helmet on. He's behind the backup quarterbacks there. And
number 13, I believe. Is that correct?
He's probably a little interested being a former quarterback himself. Nice tackle made there by number 11.
Yeah, a little dump pass from Muasau to Lamario Larry. We haven't called Lamario in this ball game, I don't believe.
No, I believe that's the first time. Here's that hurry up, and they did have success with this, trying to keep that defense on its heels, but 2 plays for a total of negative yards, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 9. The clock continues to run. It's 9:29. Oh, it looks like there's an official timeout.
Yeah, it's going to be an injury timeout, although the player did hop up, but he's limping over to the sideline. I think that's number 15, Kareem Dinsey, but it might be number 19, Malachi Gatewood.
I thought it was 15 myself,
yeah,
but those numbers are.
He's listed. That's the defensive position he's listed at, so that must be right.
Yeah, we're pretty high up, and it's those gold numbers really are kind of a deterrent.
Yeah. Don't like the stylistic numbers. I like the clear numbers.
3rd and 10 now from the 46. And here's Muasau. Under pressure again, and boy, this defense for Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, just doing a fantastic job. Very, very impressed with the defense.
All right, so the punting unit will come out here. It will be Robert Cole looking to pin the Norseman deep. He'll be punting from
about the 40-yard line or so.
About
39-40.
So he'll be looking for as close to a 45, 44-yard punt as he can get here.
Well, they're trying to get the good bounce. There's going to be a fair catch. Oh, and he hit.
That's a good bounce.
Oh, wow. Guess who that is?
Yeah, can't advance it, but that's
Hunter Chambers. Can't advance it unless he touched it.
Well, no, you can't. I think they're saying they can't advance it once it's recovered. He was on the ground when he recovered it and he got up. So they're going to say he's down where he recovered it.
Okay, so it will be a first down.
Yeah, so
for New
that's
Mexico
the break.
Military.
That's the break the Broncos need right now, and now they've got to get 7 out of this.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
Because initially he.
Yeah, fair
he
catch.
waved.
Fair catch was called for, and he just muffed it. And good coverage team there, effort by the coverage team, I should say, and the Broncos get the turnover. But again, they've got to make something out of this. Now, you can settle for a field goal here down 11, but points are hard to come by here, and you'd much rather have the 6 and then debate on whether or not to go for 2. I think you do.
Well, Stark was the running back to get the ball. It looked like he was stopped at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just
maybe a loss of 1 is what they're saying.
Yeah, another short loss for Stark, and there's just not been much there in the way of the running game for the Broncos. And when they have had success in the running game, it's been Muasau running himself, or running plays to the outside.
Watch the fade here to maybe Travion Beeman. They're going to have a flag, and it's going to be timeout, New Mexico Military Institute. I saw number 80, Travion Beeman. It looks like I saw something down on the sideline where they were calling a strong formation.
So looking maybe for the fade.
Looking for the fade is what I was guessing.
Yeah, I had them kind of spread out there, so I think a little bit surprised that the timeout was. I wouldn't have been surprised of a defensive timeout there if they didn't like what they saw, but it will be Fausau with the timeout.
Yeah, good game so far, and that's what the Broncos needed, was that little turnover opportunity.
Yeah, it's usually not good enough just to be good. You also have to be fortunate, lucky, however you want to call it, and sometimes you make your own luck, and sometimes it kind of falls to you. In that case, they took advantage of
you said a mouthful there.
A miscue, but they haven't completely taken advantage because they've got to get points here.
Okay, there's Malik Phillips down to the bottom of your screen. There's motion. And rolling out is Muasau. Muasau might take it himself. He is inside the 5 and brought down about the 3-yard line. Good run by Muasau.
Yeah, and that's just a smart play by Moose. I don't want to force the ball anywhere. And now they're first and goal inside the 5, and they're going quick.
Okay, there's Stark. And he's going to gain 1 for sure, possibly 2. It looks like it's going to be a 2nd down and 1. They're going to call it 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, so maybe a gain of 1 on the play, as you said. And now here comes the play in from the signaling crew.
Well,
might be the same play.
Might have some motion here with Hall, but maybe not. We'll see what happens. So Muasau's going to call his own number, and he is going to be stopped shy of the touchdown.
Yeah, he's going to get about a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 1 if the spot is where I think they're going to put it down. Good effort by Muasau because there wasn't much there.
Right.
He fought hard to push it across, but just short.
Okay, it's going to be shotgun right now. Muasau.
Roll this one out.
Well, he's going to maybe try to throw the fade, and no, he has a man open. It's going to be touchdown New Mexico Military, and I believe that's going to be Travion Beeman with the touchdown.
I think it was Harrison, wasn't it?
Is it Harrison?
It's hard to tell 88 or 80, but I think it's the big tight end, Quadarius Harrison.
It is. That is going to be Quadarius Harrison.
So second big play of the game for him.
Hoover, Alabama.
Yeah, nice job by the big tight end. We don't have the heights and weights right in front of us, but he's a good-sized kid, good-looking kid at that tight end position, and made the athletic catch on the sideline earlier.
Well, I'm sure glad you have better glasses than me, because I'll tell you what, you're exactly right. It was a touchdown by Quadarius Harrison, PAT up and good. 17-13 now is the score. We're going to take a break. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Get your money.
Welcome back to the Wool Bowl. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com. Had a touchdown pass from Muasau to Harrison. PAT's good. 17-13 is the score, and there's a flag on the play already. And just like that is the momentum turning for the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos.
Sure could be, because there's a flag on the play as well, and this ball is going to wind up not inside the 15, but closer to about the 6 or the 7, depending on where the foul occurred. Maybe the 10 or the 11, but they're going to be backed up.
So they're going to say it's a holding call on number 42.
Yeah, so it'll be inside the 10, half the distance. Let's see how far in. It's going to be on the 6, so that's good news for the Broncos, as Thurber called for the hold. And we'll see how aggressive the Bronco defense is here. You would expect a running team pinned against their own goal line to run, but they've got it spread out. So
absolutely,
I would say a quarterback keeper of some kind here.
Well, spread offense, and it is King. King puts a man in motion. And there is going to be the fake handoff, and there's King. Brought down at the 18-yard line, and there's going to be a.
There's officials saying the ball is down.
And I agree with the official on that. I
yeah.
totally agree with it. Good role play by Terrence Alexander, but King was down.
And how about the play call? I mean, just perfect play call in that situation. I mean, you run the man in motion, and you
just
fake the handoff to him, and then just take off in the hole that's created there.
Regular quarterback keeper is what that was.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, great run by King. King in the pistol formation. Got a pro right here. And hand it off once again, and the Norseman will gain about 2.
Let's see where they spot him. He might have been closer to 4, I think.
Well, it looks like it's on the 24-yard line or so, huh?
Yeah, and
it will be gain of 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
And, you know, you say a running team and a team with the lead from behind, and then they get out in the spread formation. This could be a run probably even more likely than a pass. Oh
wow.
Great play spreading it out.
Yeah, that was Najee Ellis with the carry.
Yeah, and Chusavara again. And we've called his name a couple of times, coming in from that defensive back position and just blowing up the play. About a 2-yard loss and brings up 3rd and long. And now this is where the Norsemen are dangerous, in my opinion, in this game from what we've seen today. I look to see him dropping back to pass, but what he's really looking for is a place to take off, a hold and run through after it gets spread out.
He's going to roll out to the right side. No, he's going to stay in the pocket and
has short.
A pass complete, and it's hard to see the number from this angle.
And it's going to be 4th and 1, and you've got to bring the punting unit out, and that looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
Well,
it's too risky. I mean, you give the Institute the ball here, and you're basically
at the 27-yard line,
giving up the lead. You got to trust your defense and punt the ball away.
Returning for the Broncos is Travion Beeman.
Yeah, and he's capable of making things happen back there. He's standing at his own 40, so it's looking like potential for good field position for the Broncos.
Trying to see where the wind is actually.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's a nice punt. And it is returnable from the 25-yard line.
Backed him up 15 yards, but
and there's Travion Beeman.
Real nice return across midfield to the 45.
I thought he was off to the races there for just a second.
Yeah.
Almost put on the jet.
He had one guy to beat. If he takes to the outside, maybe he can use that speed and give it a ride. But great return because he had to backpedal about 15 yards to even receive that ball. He was standing at the 40, received it at the 25, but some of that return is coming back on the flag.
That's
holding.
A holding call.
We're assuming. I haven't seen an indication.
I'm assuming, yeah. From that area, I would think it would be a hold.
I mean, could be blocking the back. Looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 32. So they're going to say the infraction happened around the 42. But, you know, fielding the ball where he did, still positive yardage, but they sure would have loved to have the ball on the other side of the field. We'll see what they can do on offense.
So 1st and 10 from the 32. It's trips to the left now. Shotgun right, and here is Muasau. Muasau puts a man in motion, and we'll dump it up in the middle, and it is caught. That's Stark. Stark will be brought down about the 44-yard line. An excellent pass by Muasau to Stark, and I love what Stark did there. Just once he caught it, he knew he was getting into traffic, covered the ball up into the cross formation, and
well, and how about the patience by Muasau? He had guys coming at him hard, and he waited for that to develop and waited for Stark to come across the middle. So the Broncos.
Excellent execution.
Broncos are looking like a little more like defending national champs now, as they'll have to have a player come off and the helmet came off. And just a minimal gain for Stark. And we do a lot of broadcasts together.
Right.
It always bothers me when a player gets a long hitter like that and he's running hard and you run the next play right to him. I always think he's gassed. I always think you should go to somebody else in that situation.
We talked about that last night.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Muasau in traffic again, and he is going to be stopped about the 47, we'll call it 48-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the spot's going to be the 48, but it is going to be a sack, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and very long, about 13, 14 yards. So once again, they're in a tough down and distance here, brought on by this excellent Norseman defense.
Yeah, they're going to call it 3rd and 13 officially on the 48 now. So Muasau taking some direction now from the sideline. I love it. I just love the target jerseys, the quarterbacks on the sideline giving the signals. Muasau now going to drop back to pass once again. He's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete. And there was the big tight end I did see that there. The big tight end, number 88, that was Quadarius Harrison.
Yeah, and he's had a big day, but couldn't quite reel that one in. He got turned around a little bit off to the wrong shoulder and made a decent effort reaching up with one hand, and he may have hurt himself.
It looks like his right shoulder, maybe collarbone, maybe a stinger. We'll see what happens with him. Robert Cole will be punting for New Mexico Military, 2 personal protectors. Yeah, Charles Henderson in motion, and there is the kick. And let's see if it takes well, it's probably heads up right there by number 25.
Yeah, no, I like that one.
Brendan and Lewis.
That ball's going in the wrong direction. Yeah. So a little back and forth. You do have the one score in the quarter. We're already at a minute 21 left in the third. These are
it's flying by today, partner.
It really is. You know, these college games, and of course you take away the TV timeouts, and that speeds the game right along. But it has gone by quickly, and I think that's probably been the case for most of the games involving Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College, because they do grind it out, and that defense is stout.
All right, here's King. He's still at quarterback. You got trips to the top of your screen. No, it's Cherry back in the ball game.
Oh, is it? So
I
never did see him get hurt. Maybe it's just a little quarterback by committee. You know, I noticed in the stats, and I'll look at them here just briefly, that they do have some kind of spread out stats for the quarterbacks. King's played in 4 games. Cherry's played in 5 games. Coming in the game, they actually had a similar number of attempts.
Similar stats.
Right, and King even, not a whole lot of yards rushing on the season. He's done a little of that this afternoon, I should say.
Yeah, so it is going to be Cherry at quarterback once again now, and it's just going to be a quarterback follow led by number 2, Trayvon Woolfolk.
Well, and Cherry, he just seemed kind of content on the 4-yard loss there as he goes out of bounds with it.
Yeah.
I mean, made no attempt to even get back to the line of scrimmage. That was a little strange.
It really was.
Maybe in his mind, he's thinking he's at least at the line of the scrimmage or downfield, but that looked a little weird to me.
2nd down and 13. We're under 25 seconds. So we'll have one play until the 4th quarter. We have number 19, Malachi Gatewood, the bottom of your screen. Dropping back to pass is Cherry. Has running room, but he is in trouble. And will go up the middle, and great defense by New Mexico Military. Moranta.
Yeah, and that's just a great job by the secondary staying with their man, because you have a quarterback scrambling around that long. It's hard to cover guys that long. And, you can only ask them to cover for so many seconds reasonably, and just a great job. Really had a chance at the interception there.
4.2 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter here. You'll get one snap.
And a big play here as the Broncos need the ball back to try to take the lead in this one.
3-man front defensively for the Broncos, and here comes Cherry. Cherry in trouble, and he is going to be sacked. I believe that's number 42 for New Mexico Military. That is going to be Fa'avi.
Oh, Tiger got him. First time we called Tiger's name today.
Tiger Fa'avi. Well, that's going to end the quarter. Let's take a break. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com. The score is 17-13 in favor of the Norsemen.
Exciting news from Richland Motors on West 2nd and Roswell. Here's Richland sales manager Freddie Souza to tell you all about it.
Hey, Freddie Souza here, and our lot is finally full. We have both new and used vehicles with a wide variety to choose from. Whether you want economical or top of the line, we have it. And something we haven't seen in nearly 2 years, a large selection of brand new trucks straight from the factory. And Richland Motors is one of the only dealerships with zero markup on new trucks. So hurry in today to Richland, because we're not sure how long they'll last.
Make your way to Richland on West 2nd and Roswell for your next vehicle. Se habla español.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company.
I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on.
Welcome back to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College, the Golden Norseman, leads 17-13 as we begin the fourth quarter here. Homecoming afternoon for New Mexico Military.
And they're having a fight song battle here, the alumni versus the current Corps of Cadets, and who can sing the fight song the loudest. And it's kind of a neat thing to see here.
Yeah, it really is. It really is fun doing the Bronco football games. There it is.
Great alumni.
There it is. The crowd getting involved here. There is the punt, and it is returnable.
Oh, he's going to have to get to it quick. He does.
Oh, he does. And that is going to be number 80, Travion Beeman, and he will be brought down now about the 29-yard line. Yeah. Very, very important quarter right here, Kelly. It's 17-13 and a must-win situation for the Broncos. What's your thoughts on the fourth?
Well, I'll tell you what, as we get to this fast-moving game with this great defense of this visiting team, I'm really starting to get worried about that one-point conversion. Yeah. That really got you nothing. You know, you needed to go for two there so a field goal could tie it up. Now, you know, you're forced into trying to get the touchdown, and not that they can't do it. They're the defending national champs, but I still really got to question the. Yeah, the PAT that was, you know, the missed PAT really hurt, and then of course not going for the 2-point conversion. So yeah, you're exactly right, and there's 14:40 left in this ball game, and it's going by quick. You're exactly right. And it's I don't see anything that's going to keep the fourth quarter from not moving along at that hastened pace as well, although this is one thing that will keep the clock stopped, and that's an injury. You got an injured Bronco on the field. Looks like one of the defensive tackles there. Maybe Gavin Brumley from Hobbs.
Is that 64 or 84?
See, I thought it was 94, so.
Well,
84 is a wide receiver, 64 is an offensive lineman, so that's probably who it is. Because 94 is a defensive player.
Gavin Brumley, possibly. They're going to say get off the field for just a second. He is down, and looks like he is in pain.
Yeah, so they will tend to him as the offense will huddle there near the sideline. Coach Fausau is much more concerned about his player here as he defers the assistant coaches for the huddle, and it is number 64, and we don't have a 64, so.
You might have it in your.
No, actually, I didn't print an alternate for New Mexico Military, so.
Looks like a ankle injury, possibly, maybe a knee. Okay, well.
Yeah, and he is
not
putting any weight on it.
Left leg of some sort. It will be 2nd and 9 now for New Mexico Military. A little bit of a sense of urgency here with 14:31 left.
Yeah, I mean, most of the quarter yet to play, but it's, you know, the pace of the game has just been so fast that.
Muasau in trouble. Dumps it off to Malik Phillips.
Yeah, really made something out of that play there. A good job by Muasau, not forcing the ball anywhere, taking what the defense gives. They didn't give much, but Malik Phillips is going to wind up with a 9-yard gain there, and here they go quick to the line.
Well, it looks like Malik Phillips. I think actually it's Brown.
Okay, Brown out of the backfield?
Yeah, Brown out of the backfield, and Brown will get the opportunity to run.
Yeah, first down.
And it will be a first down. So it was Brown. Looked like Malik Phillips there. It looked like number 6, and of course.
Yeah, far side of the field.
Far side, yeah.
Those numbers.
Broncos on the ground for 2. That's going to get
Ryan Brown.
Quick to the line again and spread 3 out this side.
And and that's going to be a free play.
Throw it. There it is.
And there it is. Muasau. That's going to be picked off, but that will come back, and that is.
The play won't happen, and that's why they're not celebrating, really. as that will be a free play, and you know the Broncos took advantage of the free play earlier.
Did they call the play down originally?
Oh, I don't think so.
Offside on the defense, number 91.
Yep, and that's just heads-up play by Muasau and looking for a receiver down the middle and winds up getting picked, but you know, really no danger there. It's going to wind up being 1st and 5 now. So now,
yeah,
now here's the chance to take shots down the field too.
Absolutely, and there's Muasau once again to Brown, and Brown's going to be short of the first down. Bring up a 3rd and about 1.
3rd or just 2nd?
It's going to be, well,
I think it's just 2nd and 1.
It is going to be 2nd. I was looking over here at the scoreboard, but it is 2nd down.
Boy, and that big defensive tackle for NEO there just absolutely blew that play up. And they're going to lose one. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. And Muasau has to come off because he's bleeding. His helmet came off. So that is going to bring in number 4.
Mason Myers.
Mason Myers, who we saw early in the season, certainly capable. Actually split time with Myers in a couple of early season games.
Right.
With Muasau, I should say. So Myers can get it done as well.
Okay, there's Myers rolling out to the right and dumps it off into the flats to Brown. And Brown, that's going to be number 2, Darius McClendon.
All right, so
no,
it is Brown.
It is Brown. Okay, those numbers get underneath the pads. It gives you a little bit of a
little fold.
Fold, yeah. So it is a dump to Brown. Good job by Myers by coming in and making that play.
And now they're going to say there's something wrong where they can't play.
Oh, there's an injury.
Oh yeah, injured player
for the Norseman.
So they're trying to go quick, and that injured player will have to come out of the game if they stop play.
That's exactly right.
You know, and that I'm certainly not saying they're doing this, but one thing that can be done when you're trying to hurry up is, and especially if you rotate your defensive lineman,
stay down.
You can just have one sit down. And you know, he has to come out. He was probably coming out anyway. Now, I'm not saying they're doing that. That's just a tactic of, you know, gamesmanship that can be done.
And that's, you know, and I hate to say that, but that's kind of smart football.
Well, yeah.
To a point.
I mean, if you're not cheating, you're not trying? Is that what you're saying, partner?
Well, you know, I just think that's real smart. I mean, you're up 17-13, and, in my opinion, I think that's just smart football.
You know, you see it in volleyball when a team's out of timeout, sometimes a player will go down and take a long time to tie their shoe.
Yep.
You know, just to kind of break up the momentum.
Break up the monotony.
That gamesmanship.
And there is Myers. He's going to take a shot and just overthrows him.
Yeah, they shouldn't have thrown that ball. That's thrown into tight double coverage, and a lot of bad things could have happened on that one.
Well, I'm just impressed with the fact that Mason Meyer comes in the ball game from the sideline and has the ability to throw the ball as he did. I mean, that's
yeah. Well, they have confidence in him, I think. Like I said, he got reps early in the season, and it looks like this could be a nosebleed situation for Muasau.
Trips to the top, and there is a handoff, and I believe that is going to be to GL Stark.
Yeah, they've got Muasau on the training table there, laying down. So
looks like the training unit is helping Muasau. I don't know what's.
Well, I thought I saw him going to his face.
Good job by Stark. Continues to.
Yeah, I think he's going to have the first down yardage on the second, third, and fourth efforts.
And right there, Kelly, that's going to win a ball game for you if with that second and third effort and even fourth effort. Here is Mason Meyer, the quarterback, and that's going to be.
Got to snap it.
Yeah. That's going to be false start.
Well, that one may be more on the center than the quarterback. I mean, the center's got to see that too in your peripheral. If you see them jump across, you've got to snap the ball. And
Zachary Menden was going to be the individual, the outside lineman from Hudson, Florida.
But now it's a weird situation because, you know, did the offense move then as well? So they're trying to sort it out here and deciding what they're going to do on 1st and 10. Play was blown dead. And it looks like they're still going to call the offsides.
You know, looking at Mason Meyer right here, looks like it's his left knee. Down here, there's a bag of ice that just rotated over to the table, and it's his left knee. If that indeed is him on
yeah, that's not him.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was Muasau there, and it's not. I don't see Muasau on the sideline now.
So Dominic Nava is in the ball game here, the Roswell native. Mason Meyer, the quarterback, would be shotgun right. Meyer waiting. Nava goes in motion. Rolls out, and it might be a little dump to number 3. Touchdown, Broncos. Lamario Larry.
Yeah, Lamario Larry, how about that for a route? And Mason Myers just floats it perfectly so he can run under it, and the Broncos take the lead 19-17.
Oh, this is interesting right here. Do you see Myers and, of course, Muasau come over here and kind of get a little dancing going on, and that's just kind of awesome to see that, you know, you have Kobe Muasau was the quarterback throughout the game, and then Myers comes in here and throws a touchdown pass and then congratulate each other. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a definition of a great teammate right there. You don't care who has the success.
That's right.
You know, it's not about you.
Well, this is awesome to see the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, the defending national champions, now take the lead for the first time, 20-17. We're going to take a break. You are watching the NJCA Network on KSUPTV.com. Welcome back to the Willow in Roswell, New Mexico. The Broncos take the lead for the first time in this ball game. 10 minutes and 57 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and with already a field goal on the board for the Norsemen, they're certainly willing to do that to get this game to a tie. And it's going to be another touchback. So they will start from their own 20. And it'll be up to the Bronco defense to keep the momentum on the Broncos side. And the Norsemen, we'll see. Plenty of time. I expect them to stick to the game plan and try to pound the ball down the field.
Yep.
And we'll see who it's going to be at quarterback. Looks like it's going to be Cherry.
Well, it's interesting to see that. I mean, both squads using multiple quarterbacks here. So, okay, it is going to be Cherry now. It's going to be pistol formation as he has a back on both sides, on each side of Cherry here. It's going to be just a regular old quarterback carry.
And minimal yardage, maybe a half yard, maybe one if the spot is generous. And good play by the Bronco defense there as they're swarming to the football. Bring up 2nd and 9.5. And, at what point do they start to have the sense of urgency? I mean, 10 and a half minutes, a long time.
Oh, there's plenty of ball game left. So it is Cherry still at quarterback. Got trips to the top there, split out to the left. Yeah, and what a great run by Trevin Woolfolk. Still off to the races and finally brought down at about the 14-yard line of the Broncos.
Wow. Move after move after move. 66 yards. I mean, that's That's a huge run and a huge play in this game. Now the Broncos are in the situation where they've got to hope for just a field goal. Otherwise, they'll be down 4 again. And then start thinking about that
2-point conversion.
Well, first the missed extra point, and then the decision to just go for 1.
Yeah, that's not bothering you at all.
No, not at all. No.
Okay, Cherry's the quarterback.
I just don't get it. That's what bothers me about it.
I'm with you too. All right, hand it off now. It's bothering me. Frederick Watson from Wagoner, Oklahoma will get the carry. Yeah, it could be costly.
Oh, it certainly could. And like we said, a lot of football left to be played as we're down to about 9 minutes now.
Yeah, this game has really flown by pretty quick tonight, or this afternoon. It's going to be pistol formation, pistol right. Cherry rolling out to his right and just throws it away.
Yeah, smartly.
Incomplete pass, bring up a 3rd and 8.
So the previous field goal that they had tried was about a 35-yarder.
Right.
I believe it was 34 actually. So from here would be even closer than that. Would be about a 30-yarder if they got no more yards. So I'm thinking unless they get close, 1 or 2 yards from the marker, I think we'd see the field goal unit come out.
Hey, there's Cherry rolling out again with running room. Throws it, and it is going to be picked off by the Broncos.
And that is huge.
And you got a number?
I don't.
Is that number 8 or 9? It looks like number 9 for the Broncos, and that is C.J. Tuiloa from Hawaii.
And boy, those interceptions have been timely for the Broncos. 2 interceptions by linebackers in the game. 4 total interceptions, I believe. Is it 3 or 4? I think it's 4.
Yes, it is. It is 4.
So, that's win or lose. That's a huge factor in this ball game. And now the Broncos in position to where they've got to play some field position football now.
Yeah, absolutely. 1st and 10 now. So I believe that's
it's Myers out there.
Myers still at quarterback, and that's going to be handed off.
And a nice tackle made by.
That's Andre Hall, by the way, from St. Petersburg, Florida. We've talked about him quite a bit today.
Yeah, we have called his name quite a bit, and I just can't read the numbers.
It's hard to see from up here.
Want to give credit to the guys who are making the good plays, but not much there. Short yardage as they try to just get the first down on the ground. Got most of it, actually. It's just going to be about a yard short.
Well, is this where Kirk Tafawasau kind of will utilize the running game a little bit more to take some time off the clock? You're up by 3 right now.
Well, he'd love to. But this defense from Northeastern Oklahoma doesn't really allow you to do that. I mean, they're so stout on the run defense that, they get you in these situations. This 3rd and 1, 3rd and 5, where it almost forces you to get out of that.
All right, there's Nava in motion. Into the flats, and he will get the reception and
love the play.
Love the play
call.
Yep, absolutely.
Run the man in motion, send him out in the flat where he's extremely difficult to stay in front of, and that's what they need right now. They need 3rd down conversions, and they can run a ton off that clock if they keep getting 3rd down conversions. Don't have to score.
Keep this on the ground, I'm sure. Put Nava back in motion.
Little room there.
And they do. They continue to run.
Yeah, we're going to get about 5 on 1st down, and that's
Stark, I believe, with the carry.
just going to say 4 and yet another injury. And, you know, these are large men playing a violent game, and I'm actually surprised there aren't more injuries in these games.
It's been a fun game, very, very competitive, going back and forth. And, well, I say back and forth. The Horsemen really have led all the way up until the fourth quarter.
Right,
and
just one a lead change in the game.
Right.
And, you know, the visitors, the visiting underdogs really have set the tone early, and until that third quarter, that's where the momentum changed as they get player off the field and should be back to action relatively quickly here.
I was going to call out a number there, but it could be 3 different numbers.
Yeah, it's
to me, I thought it was 86, but then it could be 55, and it just.
Yeah, they're really hard to see. 86 is a receiver number, so.
Yeah.
65 is an offensive guard number, so yeah, we apologize. It's just really difficult to.
It might be easier to see on TV, but from this area here that we're at, it's quite well. It's just almost impossible for us to see it with the bare eye. 2nd and 6 now. Myers, the quarterback for the Broncos, and tripped up is number 6, and that is Malik Phillips.
Yeah, just a great open field tackle by number 3, Kendall Dolby.
Well, let's see if you're right here. Let's see if the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, if they can capitalize on this 3rd down conversion.
Well, obviously you don't love 3rd downs, you know, as a general rule. You'd rather get 1st down after 1st down without getting to a 3rd down, but now the defense has got them in a 3rd and long situation. I'm thinking it's got to be pass. Roll out and pass. Nope, straight back.
Myers going to find somebody up in the middle, and that's going to be an incomplete pass as he had the big tight end. That was Quadarius Harrison.
Yeah,
but
just overthrew him a little bit. Maybe had him there.
So it's
coverage.
So it's going to bring up a 4th down. It looks like Robert Cole will punt from the 10-yard line. I'm not sure who the Horseman is. It looks like, again, I say 12, but I think that's McCurrick Demery.
It's not 12 because that's Cherry, I believe.
Nope, that's McCurrick Demery, excuse me.
Oh, they get a good bounce. And keep rolling all the way down to the 26, so a great punt.
Yeah, it is 12.
Yeah, it was.
McCurrick Demery.
Oh, yeah, Cherry's number 7.
Cherry's 7.
So now it's up to the Bronco defense with 5 minutes, 49 seconds left. And we're discussing something here, penalty. So looks like it's going to be offsides. Oh, no, tripping. So they get a tripping call on the defense, and since it was not going to get them the 1st down, I think they're going to take it at the end of the play.
And there's going to be a timeout.
You know, it was 4th and 9, wasn't it?
Well, it was 4th and 9.
So tripping must be a 5-yard penalty then, because otherwise you'd obviously take it. So they'll back them up 5 from the 26.
Are they going to re-kick it?
No, I think they're just going to mark off the penalty. Well, they haven't marked off anything. White hat is. Yeah, I'm really confused.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what's going on right here, but it is 1st and 10. I'm not sure what happened here.
Maybe he just declined it because he liked the punt so much.
1st and 10 for the Horsemen.
He would have had to punt it again and didn't think he'd get that result again.
The Norsemen.
Oh, again.
And heck of a run by Trayvon Woolfolk.
Yeah, Woolfolk's.
Boy, just so many injuries here in this 4th quarter.
You know, it's been a trend with these junior college games, unfortunately, that, you know, we've called a few together, and then I called one without you, but just so many injuries. And,
yeah.
And it's, I don't know if that's a junior college thing, if it's a college thing. But, man, it really does seem like there are a lot of injuries.
I'm trying to see. Can't get a number.
And you know, luckily, most of them, the players have been able to get off the field on their own power.
Right.
We only had one, I think, who was had to be helped off the field. So that hopefully means that there hasn't been a major injury today. But there have been a lot of these minor ones, and then we're hoping this one's minor too. Really kind of talking to him.
Now it appears to be minor.
Oh, but no, it's a leg. Something below the waist there for Woolfolk, and that's big because he has been very effective running the football today. And, you know, the Norsemen need him if they're going to go down here and either tie or take the lead. 5:42 left in the ball game, in regulation, I should say. We could be in for some extra football
OT,
today.
possibly. We'll see.
Sometimes they really make us earn our money up here.
All right, 1st and 10 now, and that's going to be Cherry at quarterback. There is the snap, and hand it off.
Yeah, a little run blitz action from the Broncos there as they timed it pretty well, but they ran it into a different gap and able to pick up about 5.
I don't know if these earpieces are, either my ears are getting bigger or these ear pads are getting smaller.
Well, it's
here.
a medically proven fact that ears grow throughout a person's life, so
yeah.
They do not stop growing.
Oh, gosh. We're in for it. All right, here's Cherry again. 2nd and 5 from the 46. We got a pro formation here. And it looks like the Broncos going to bring the house, maybe speed option, and
nice.
Wow, it looked like Trayvon Woolfolk might have been out of bounds, but no, he's going to get 1st down and a lot more.
Yeah, and he wasn't beat up too bad because he came in the very next play and takes the ball inside the 30 of the Broncos. And, you know, that puts the visiting team in a really good position here because they can push to try to get a touchdown to take the lead. If things go badly, you know, they're probably in field goal range right now.
At least to tie the game up.
Right. And
I've really been impressed with this Northeastern Oklahoma Norseman football team. I think they're a pretty good ball team, and
yes, they certainly look way better than their record indicates. You know, winless in 4 conference games. Yeah, winless in 4 conference games, only 2-4 overall, just 2 wins on the season. And you know, this doesn't look like a team that's only won 2 games all year. That's for sure. And defense is formidable, and the offense has been, you know, effective. I would say efficient, and they've got a real chance to win this football game.
3-man front for the defense for the Broncos. Make it 4 now again. And there's a big hole. And wow,
that's
Norsemen,
a big running back.
Yeah, the Norsemen are just a couple of yards shy of the touchdown, and let's see what the Broncos do here in this 1st down and goal situation. Who is that young man?
Frederick Watson, number 32. First time we called his name, and he's a load. He's a big kid.
He's also from Wagner, Oklahoma.
Well, now they're 2 yards away from taking at least a 3-point lead. If not 4 or
if not 4 more.
You know,
now here's the thing.
That's a field goal kicking PAT situation for sure.
Well, this time it's going to be in. It looks like Frederick Watson will be in for the touchdown.
And upset in the making here at the Wool Bowl as the defending champs find themselves down 23-20 with the extra point yet to come. And just 2:55 left in the ball game. Northeast Oklahoma A&M College trying to dash the title hopes of the defending national champions.
Plenty of time still left in this contest. So
let's time.
All right, let's see here. It's going to be Well, I'm not even going to tell you the number there. There's the snap. Oh, and there's going to be a flag.
Kick is good.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So now
the offsides on the defense, so they can enforce that. Nope, they decline it.
They decline it.
Have to decline it to get the points. So
the Norsemen take the lead, 24-20. We're going to take a break. You're watching the NJCA Network on KSVPTV.com.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company. But come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
Welcome back to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. 24-20 in favor of Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College, the Golden Norsemen. Man, this has been a heck of a fourth quarter. I think the fourth quarter has lasted longer than the whole game itself with the injuries and the back and forth scoring amongst the two teams. But we're just under 3 minutes here in this contest, and the New Mexico Military Institute will have to capitalize on this drive.
Well, and they'll have to go 80 yards to do it because, you know, they elected to go for one and not two when they were down.
Yep.
Or when they were up by 4, and otherwise they could be playing for a field goal and tie here, but instead, you know, they've got 2 minutes and 55 seconds to get all the way down and score the winning touchdown. And then the extra point won't matter at that point, but
well, they have to score.
Yeah, they have to score, or they have to
kick a field goal, onside kick, and kick another one. But that ain't going to happen.
They're not going to do that.
They have to score a touchdown. Touchdown will keep them alive in the hunt for a national championship. A loss.
Yeah,
will probably eliminate them.
Probably so. I mean, you could have the teams ahead of them also lose in the next, you know, either today or next week, but I just don't see that happening, although there are some very competitive games. I heard pregame that number 1 might be playing number 2 before it's all over, and another of the top 5 teams with a difficult game on their schedule. So
a lot of injuries in the legs. It looks like in the thigh area.
Well,
I mean, he's going to be fine. It's just,
well, we hope, but I mean, yeah, it just seems like a lot of injuries. You know, about every third or fourth play here.
Yeah, I'm talking 8 or 9 injuries here, at least in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and not limited to either team. I think there probably have been maybe a few more from Northeastern Oklahoma as he goes off in his own power, as almost all of them have. But
okay, 2nd and 5 for New Mexico Military. They're on the 30-yard line, middle part of the field. 70 yards away. And it looks like it is Myers at quarterback. We'll take a shot, and nice pass. Just a little too much, and
well, he had a step, and that's why the receiver looks.
Was that Harrison?
Disappointed there. You know what? I think it's Beeman. But yeah, it's Beeman. Beeman had a step. You know, a better ball, catch him in stride, and he might go all the way with that one.
Olathe, Kansas.
Olathe, Kansas.
That's where Myers is from. 3rd down and 5.
Oh, Myers in trouble here. And nearly picked.
Well, the Broncos will have to go for it.
Yeah, I don't think you can punt it to him.
Well, this is it right here, potentially. I mean.
Oh, absolutely, and they've got 30 seconds here to decide what to run and get a play off and execute it. This is the season for the Broncos.
It really is. It really is. So let's see what Mason Myers can do here as he getting plenty of reps here in this second half. Majority in the fourth quarter, and they stunt. And there's going to be a pass, and it's caught.
What a catch.
Great pass, and even a better catch by Andre Hall, the wide receiver from St. Petersburg, Florida. And Mason Meyer keeping the Broncos alive.
Yeah, that's a 40-yard completion, 39-yard completion on fourth down, and now with the season in the balance, and now we're going to get a timeout.
Wow, what a play that was, and even an excellent catch. There's going to be a timeout, and that is going to be charged to the Norseman. We'll be right back. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for, just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing, you've never had it so easy.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers.
All right, welcome back to the Wool Bowl here in Roswell, New Mexico. 24-20 is the score, and I tell you what, Mason Meyer is keeping the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos alive. Man, what a pass it was, and what a catch it was.
Yeah, it had to be a perfect pass. He's on the run. He sends it down the sidelines, and just an incredible catch from Andre Hall. And now the Broncos have 2 minutes and 13 seconds to get this in the end zone and take the lead.
All right, Myers dropping back the pass. He's going to take a shot. Beautiful ball, but that is going to be almost intercepted. Oh, wow.
Well, and that was just going to be a 50-50 ball at best from the get-go. I mean, that was an ill-advised decision to throw that ball there because the receiver wound up stumbling, and the defender had a chance. He got both his hands on it as he laid out in the end zone to try to end the game. I mean, that would have ended the game. And the title hopes for
the Broncos.
But instead, they're just at 2nd and 10 and another chance here.
Well, I'd love it. It's 2nd and 10 right now. You're taking a chance, and if you don't take a chance, you don't have – oh, they're Stark here. And he's going to get forward progress.
Yeah. Be interesting where they spot this. They're only going to give him about 2. They're going to say that he backtracked and tried to get more yardage.
Okay, so shotgun right now, trips to the bottom of your screen. Here comes Myers getting some direction now from head coach Kirk Tafawasau.
Well, and they try to draw him off because they have been going quick the whole game long. They try to get him to jump, get most of the third down yardage with that. Instead, they're going to have to run their play here. Still 10 seconds to get it off.
And there it is. Myers goes up the middle and is caught once again by number 84, Andre Hall. Myers' favorite target in this fourth quarter.
And depending on the spot, that's really close because he had to go to the ground to get the ball. And are they going to say 4th and
It's going to be
inches.
4th and inches. This could be the season for the Broncos. And Myers in the cold zone number. He's on the 5-10. Touchdown, Broncos!
I thought Stark had the ball, Art.
What a play it was by Mason Meyer. And wow, J.L. Stark sold it out. And
Boy,
Mason Myers in for the touchdown.
Now, hold on.
Uh-oh, there's a flag on the play.
There is a flag and some extracurricular activity after the touchdown run.
And I meant to say, I said 5 and then 10. I meant to say 10-5 touchdown. Got excited there for just a second. That was really sold. Oh, let's see what happens here. There is a flag on about the 13-yard line. Touchdown, Broncos.
And personal foul on
now
the Broncos.
Here's the thing that okay, it's going to be PAT.
Yeah,
it's going to make it 27-24 if.
Well, and that's smart to take the penalty on the kickoff.
Absolutely.
Because you've got to get yourself in position with 55 seconds left to get yourself into field goal range, provided he makes it. Well, either way.
Well, let's find the indication.
Yeah, it's good.
It is good. 27-24, and boy, what a play it was. And the Broncos take the lead.
Yeah, season on the line.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. You are watching the NJCAA Network on KSVPTV.com.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with.
Welcome back to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico, and what a game this has been.
Yeah, and we're talking about kicking the ball deep, but there's a 15-yard penalty on the play, on the unsportsmanlike after. Maybe in the celebration, or I'm not sure what was called for the unsportsmanlike, but now the Broncos are kicking from their own 20, and this is a difficult situation because they have a chance to get in the field goal range pretty quickly and plenty of time, just under a minute to play.
Well, Testa has a leg to kick it deep.
Boy, that's a deep kick.
Returnable from the 15, and let's see what the defense, special team defense, for the Broncos can do. And there's a flag, and that might be a clip.
Well, and they were going to have, without the flag, they were going to have pretty good field position around the 20.
Well, that's going to come back for the Norseman.
Yeah, I suspect they'll have the ball inside the 20-yard line. So it's going to be up to this Bronco defense.
Wow.
45 seconds. See, that's the other thing, too. The long return burns 10 seconds, and you don't even get the real estate for it. So now they're going to be backed up inside their own 20. They've lost a sixth of the time they had. You know, that couldn't have worked out much better for the Broncos.
So defensively for the Broncos.
And how deep is that kick? I mean, it kicked off from the 20.
Yeah, that was a great kick. But right now, Kirk DeFalso's team is just 45.4 seconds away from victory. I'm still replaying that beautiful play by Myers, but man, I tell you what, I thought GL Stark had the ball and was stopped.
I did too. He sold that so well.
Okay, Cherry gonna throw it back over, and there's some running room.
And he gets out of bounds. That's an excellent play call and execution by the Norsemen as they pick up, let's see, they're gonna spot it at the 31, so they pick up 12, and they do run a little time off the clock. That's
Malik Roberson, the sophomore running back.
They'll need 4 of those plays, maybe 5 to get into field goal range. So they have the time to do that. I would call that a successful play.
Well, one of the things the Broncos are going to have to be careful with is be careful with the big play. Right now, you're in spread offense. You can throw it down the down the sideline here. You can find the middle, and of course, Cherry has good wheels, and he could end up running it as a quarterback draw. And that's what he's wanting.
Yeah,
and that's just excellent coverage right there by the Broncos. You have your 2 free safeties back. I'm not sure who the receiver is on top of your screen, but your linebacker is playing a little bit to prevent defense, and just a good job for the Broncos.
Yeah, because Cherry really wanted to deliver that ball down the field somewhere and just nowhere to go with the football. He winds up getting positive yardage and getting out of bounds, but that takes us to 30 seconds now. So almost half the time that they had has been used up, and they've advanced the ball 21 yards.
Second and a long one. It's going to be a pistol formation, pistol right, slot right. And this is what I was worried about right here. There is running room. And Cherry will get the first down and go out of bounds about midfield. And so.
Yeah, the downs I don't think are really going to be an issue at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, he'll take the first down, a little bit of yardage, and get out of bounds there. But there's probably only time for a maximum of 4 plays here to get into field goal range. Now, he has timeouts to stop the clock. He has 2 timeouts left. So,
you know, a lot of the times you're thinking, and I'm cut you off, and I apologize. I'm trying to think right here. You're going to try to find somebody in the flash to get out of bounds, but what the Broncos are going to have to be careful with is that middle part of the field and making sure that Cherry doesn't throw something downfield to take a shot. He's going to go speed option, and that's just where he is dangerous.
Late pitch, yeah, that's
and a great play.
That's a great play. I agree. It's going to get you 15, 16 yards. It's going to stop the clock without using a timeout. The late pitch down the field, that's a real nice play call in that situation. They're almost in field goal range.
So you referenced earlier about 4 plays. You have about 3 plays left, possibly 2 plays with 17.2 seconds left.
Well, because you got the timeouts.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a timeout to stop the clock, and then you got a timeout for your field goal unit. So, I mean,
I think you hit the nail right on the head, right here.
I mean, it'd be a 56-yard field goal from here. I mean, that's not unheard of in college football at all.
No.
You know, they'd like to pick up another 15 yards, 10 yards at least to make it.
Well, we might be going into overtime here in just a moment.
A little more comfortable. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to have a 4-point lead right now?
Well, absolutely, and I agree with you.
But, you know, the other side of that is maybe kicking that field goal gets you overtime here instead of a loss. Because, you know, if you go for 2 in that situation that I keep bringing back up and you don't get it, then a field goal beats you. And as we see Testa getting the net ready to practice.
No, it's putting him up.
Oh, he's putting it away.
He's putting it away, and I think maybe you should keep it up.
Yeah, that's interesting to be putting it away.
Yeah, I don't know about that personally, but here it is. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Norseman. And here the crowd, homecoming afternoon here in Roswell, New Mexico. And, the crowd is up. They're fired up. And here comes Cherry rolling out to his left. Steps up in the pocket, and that's going to be incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down for the Norseman.
But that's okay for Southeastern Oklahoma because that play took exactly 5 seconds. And you know, they've got time for a lot of that.
And you have 2 plays left. I mean, you called it. You nailed it. Right, approximately 4 plays left. Here will be the 3rd play. And then if they can get 4 or 5 yards, or actually if they can get within 10 yards, you're going to kick the field goal and see what happens. It's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, this play is crucial time-wise on whether or not they have to try a long field goal or potentially a Hail Mary situation.
2nd and 10 now, and here's Cherry. Dropping back to pass. He's going to find somebody in the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Ooh. They skin the field. There is no flags. It will bring up a 3rd down situation for the Norseman from Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College.
Now, Coach, you can take a big risk here. You can take a big risk here and throw the ball to the sideline and hope you get out of bounds or that you can get the timeout called in time.
Oh, wow, what a game this has been.
And they're not going to send the kicker out, so that's what they're going to do. They're either going to try to get some yards quickly. 8 seconds is enough time with your timeouts.
There's plenty of time.
It's got to be a quick hitter, though. I would press a little bit.
Yep. It's going to be shotgun left. And they're going to hand it off.
Timeout.
And there's going to be a timeout, and that's going to be 3.3 seconds, enough for the field goal unit to come out possibly.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to come out and try it. Now they're at the 36-yard line.
So it'd be about a 46, 47-yard field goal.
No, 53, 54.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it'd be about a 54. So we're right on the Norsemen are on the 39-yard line. No, they're not. They're actually on the 36.
Yeah, so it's going to be 53.
46.
53 or 54, right in that range there. It's a long field goal. It's a long field goal.
Well,
and it's to tie the game. So we'll see. Now the other thing you have to worry about here is penalties. You know, because a penalty Penalties might get them a first down, but that could make give you another attempt. Their field goal kicker has only tried one all year, and he missed it. So.
Look at the Corps Cadets leaving the stands, getting on the track to distract the Norsemen from northeastern Oklahoma. And boy, this is going to be about a 54-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, right at 54. And like I said, he's only tried one all year, and he missed it. I'm sure it wasn't from this far out.
Here it is. From 54 yards out. Oh, no, they called offsides.
49 yards out.
This now gives the Norsemen.
Oh, the Broncos are saying maybe they were drawn off.
We'll see what it is.
No,
what is
it's
the call?
Offsides on the defense. So
that is big.
That is big because
5 yards makes a huge difference. So now it will be a 51-yard field goal attempt.
49.
49-yarder.
And actually, let's see where the holder's setting up. Maybe a little more like 48. So 48-yard field goal.
Okay, so you're at the 30. Okay, it is 48 from 48.
Much more makeable.
You got to watch the ball. And there's going to be a timeout.
The old ice the kicker.
Yes.
And speaking of ice the kicker, I'm sure you can see on your, well, maybe you can't see, but behind the goalpost now, half the Corps Cadets is there and the other half are on the track here.
And I'm trying to get a number for the kicker.
It's 98. And
98. We don't have a 98 on our rosters.
Yeah, so we apologize. We don't have. Let me look at my alternate roster. It worked for us last time. Maybe it can work for us again here. Yep, Cole Thompson.
Cole Thompson is the kicker for the Norsemen.
Yeah, and I'm the stats I was able to come up with. He had one attempt. And I'm trying to see if it says from the distance, and it does not. So.
Oh, gosh. This is going to come down to the wire. This is something that you watch on Sunday, either morning, afternoon, or even night. Gosh, Lee, this is interesting. This is fun.
High drama here from the Wool Bowl on a gorgeous afternoon for football. And will we keep playing is the question, or will this game be over?
And this is Thomas?
Cole Thompson.
Cole Thompson from about 48 officially. Well, let's see. They're going to try to draw the Broncos offsides again, but let's see. They're set. And there's a snap. And it's blocked. And it's blocked. And the New Mexico Military Institute win this ball game 27-24.
And
in a thriller.
Goes wild.
The crowd goes wild. Look at the Corps Cadets on the field. Wow.
What a finish to a tremendous football game. Northeast Oklahoma A&M nearly pulling off the huge upset on the road, but the defending national champs managed to come away with the victory, and they're still celebrating. Some players coming over to shake hands. But rightfully so that they've got some celebrating to do, and they deserve it.
Well, the Broncos still in contention now for the national championship. Next week, they will travel over to, I believe that's
Tyler.
And
No. They're going to go to Trinity.
Trinity. Sorry, Trinity. And Trinity is ranked in the nation as well. And if I can find my paperwork, I believe they were ranked 8th.
Yes.
So,
number 8 seed.
Wow, what a game this was. It was so much fun to call this game. The Broncos win 27-24. And as you mentioned earlier, high drama, but the way it happened in the fourth quarter, Mason Meyer, the quarterback, comes in. And I tell you what, it stunned me. It really surprised me. I thought he handed it off to GL Stark. And GL Stark really sold the play out just great. And then Mason Meyer goes in for the touchdown, and the PAT's up and good. Oh, my gosh, what a game this has been.
Yeah, partner, it certainly has. It's been a real pleasure to call it today as we see the team shaking hands and after the celebration. in the end zone after Corps Cadets swarms the field. That's just one of those moments you're going to remember. You know, a football game ending that way, and hats off to the Broncos for coming through in the clutch. We will be back, partner, you and I, to call the game on Saturday, November 5th, when they take on RPA College, and hopefully still in contention by that point to defend that national title.
Well, and it's our understanding at least the top 4 will have that opportunity. New Mexico Military ranked 5th currently, and as you mentioned earlier, travel to play Trinity Valley next week. And in a must-win situation should get them at least a top 4 seed. And, boy, they're still in contention for a national championship.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Well, let's go ahead and turn this off. Broncos win in a thriller. Safe travels back to Oklahoma. We're going to call it a night. Good night.